Season 5 of VDC has created many memories, but tonight it'll create history. Apprentices looking to become experts of their craft, and experts looking to become mythical. Perfection is expected, and every mistake could lead to the end of their dreams and the beginning of their nightmares. This is not just a game. This is a test of their endurance, determination, poise, and skill. This isn't even a normal match. It's the embodiment of months of dedication, sacrifice, and relentless pursuit of victory for this grand finals. A manifestation of the inspiration that has shaped the very meaning of competition. Every shot taken, every ability used has led to this moment, this match, and this ending. This is where fate and destiny merge, where the line is drawn, where extraordinary is normal. Will these teams be able to answer the call and seize their glory, or will they crumble beneath the weight of expectations? Welcome everyone to Season 5 Apprentice Grand Finals. 8 teams started this season with the goal of playing here tonight, but only 2 are capable of finishing the job. My name is MichaelSark, and I'm honored not only to cast and introduce you guys to the stream, but also to introduce everyone to my casting partner for tonight. He's a man of many talents. He has a beautiful voice and the ability to bring excitement to any situation. Kryo, how you doing tonight?
So I was stun locked by VeeKay Hutcherson, and then my breath was promptly stolen away by your intro, but I'm feeling good, man. This is gonna be a fantastic game.
Oh, we have a banger for tonight. All right, the 2 teams playing, we have KC Kingdom Coffee versus Light Gardens Red Rose. Cold Brew Apprentice. It's the matchup we've been waiting for. Honestly, a little unexpected. Crowd, with your experience in this tier and what you've seen either casting or playing or anything that we should look out for tonight, how are we feeling going in? Because I'm excited.
Well, you know, on one hand, you have LG, right? They have consistently been coming back to this Apprentice Finals. Season 1, Season 3, and now Season 5. It begs to me the question, hey, do they continue? Is it like on year, off year kind of thing? And on the other side, KC have been so consistently good throughout the whole season. And we have that VeeKay Hutcherson clip for a reason. The man is cracked.
Without a doubt. Yeah, maybe LG keeps their streak of every odd season they win. But I will say one thing though, you know, we casted together before, whether it was semifinals or, you know, I casted grand finals too. Experience is something that we've always made note of. And with every team that has experience, you have players that need to lead and kind of be those veteran mentalities for their team. And for LG, they have 4 rookies here tonight. They do have Ucklar, who is the GM and the IGL of the team. He has been on that Season 3 team that you mentioned that did win. So there is experience there, but, you know, 4 rookies coming into this grand finals game. We'll see how they can pull up. I mean, they are very, very underestimated. They claim that they're underestimated, especially by other casters or the rest of the league. So it's amazing that they're here, and we'll see where their journey goes.
Yeah, but on the other side, you've got KC. I'm pretty sure they're number 2 seed coming into this season, and they were contesting number 1 as well. And I'm pretty sure every single player on that roster can just decide to wake up and say, hey, yeah, I don't want to play this map anymore. Let's move on. I'm going to kill everything. We saw that in semis, and we've seen that in every stream match that they played. I mean, just a few names. We don't possibly have time for me to list everyone, but Legend, we saw specifically, if you were here for semifinals, Sunset Legend just decided to kill everybody. I've never seen that before, but now I'm very scared of the guy, and we can sing VeeKay's praises all we want. You know, young CIVIC as well has kind of filled that secondary duelist slot a lot of the time, and has done a gorgeous job of it. Fray, the anchor, just I knocked over my microphone. That happens way too often. But Fray is just a brick wall that you have to claw down piece by piece to get anywhere near the site, and Jam filling in the pieces, the glue holding it together. It's gonna be tough for LG.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. And speaking of KC, I mean, look at this. We already have the picks coming through, and the first map pick is Split? The worst map in the game objectively? You're out of your goddamn mind. There's no way we're watching Split. Man, listen, Cryo, I've talked to you about this before. That's been my auto ban, no matter what I'm playing. If I'm playing comp, I'm banning it through like Riot API. I don't know how it works, but it's gone. You understand what I'm saying? So Split is going to be our first map, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, you know, strategy is there's a lot of cheesiness that can happen on this map. So we'll see if KC has any strats to pull up, but going into Sunset then Lotus, these aren't really maps that you see picked often, right?
LG picking in a Sunset that's a strong map, I think, for both teams. But like you said, Sunset Lotus, don't you just want to play Haven every map? Like if I could play 5 maps of Haven, I would.
Especially when it's about to rotate out. I mean, come on.
Yeah, just get in my last Haven reps before my darling goes away.
Yeah, I will say though, I feel like it's been kind of like an ongoing pattern throughout these teams for banning a lot of these common favorite maps like Haven, Ascent. I'm sure if we had a third ban up here, Bind might have been banned as well. These have been part of the game for a long time. Practically figured out in a sense. Lots of counterplay that can come through, but with that, there's counterplays to the counterplays. There's flanks to the flanks. So it's not too surprising to see more commonly loved maps, especially something like Ascent, which in Season 4 was the #1 picked map in VDC. So seeing those banned, it's cool, but it makes me a little nervous at the same time. We haven't seen too much of Split, Lotus, or Sunset really on any of these streamed games. So hopefully these teams, I mean, I'm sure that they have been working through the strats. They've been working together. Their chemistry's at an all-time high. So hopefully they can represent tonight. And, going into Agent Select, I'm excited for this. I don't know, Kryo, what's your favorite map to cast?
They banned it first. I will not speak its name.
Anguish. That's fair.
But banning those common maps early, I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because everyone knows how to play Haven. Everybody knows how to play Ascent. So if you can iron out some strengths that are outside of the very common map pool, it gives you that extra edge, especially for these extended series, these 5-map series. You can just say, hey, we are really good at this map. You guys barely play it. It's a freebie, and that's 1 extra point towards the 3 that you need.
Oh, without a doubt, 100%. Also, I want to make note of, you were talking about some of the players in this lobby, but we have a player with Brimmy in their name. But as far as I know, from my intel, he doesn't play Brimstone? Is that true? I guess we'll see.
I've never seen BRIMMYWITDAHEMI #bang play Brimstone. And it's confusing. But if we're lucky, no one else will play Brimstone. And you'll always know, Brimmy means BRIMMYWITDAHEMI #bang. But I don't think we'll be that lucky.
Yeah, I mean, only time will tell. We'll see. Yeah, one thing I did mention before. So LG, they are practically the underdogs in this situation, in my opinion. Every VDC caster, maybe I'll take ownership to being part of that issue, seems to be underestimating them. They haven't seemed to really have the win in their favor, but they pulled through again and again. And, we did speak about how they have a little bit of experience with their GM on their team, but I really have to emphasize this point. Going into this season, 4 of their current players did not play in VDC. They played Valorant, sure, but not in this organized play setup. So it's interesting to see how that is going to come into play. We have players like TheRetiredGod and Brimmy, who we just spoke about, that entered VDC together. So they do have established chemistry pre this league. So that's pretty cool. But, it always scares me a little when I see rookies at such a grand stage. You have to worry about nerves, stress, anxiety. The mentality to play a best out of 5 is incredible. So being able to rally around that is something that will really make the difference between either coming second in your season or taking it all home.
Yeah, a lot of the onus is going to be on Ucklar to keep things together, theoretically, right? Because you're the only returning player on a team full of rookies. It's just get them on a leash and make sure the mentals don't dip, especially towards the later maps of this series. Like you said, this is going to be it stops being a test of skill, because of course you have the skill, you're here. It becomes a test of just endurance. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You have to make sure you keep your head in the game for every last step before the finish line. And yeah, we're gonna start on Split.
Yeah,
sure, you saw.
I agree. Also, one thing we gotta mention is, I mean, look at the names. First of all, KC has it all lined up. I don't see a single LG player with LG in their name. Not that they have to have it, but I gotta say the little symmetry that's happening on the right side is kind of beautiful to watch.
And picking together is crazy too. But
oh yeah, they 3-2-1 right there. Come on now.
Oh yeah, the double duelist there.
Yeah, I was about to say double duelist on Split. That's not something you see often.
They've been running this sort of the whole season. VeeKay on Jett, Young Civic either on like a Raze or a Phoenix, and it's given them a lot of success. It gives them plenty of options time and time again to hit sites, even if they lose one, and it lets them get a late lurk wherever, because Young Civic loves to play for map control despite being on whatever duelist he ends up picking, and it just works. So the that map control is going to be very important for LG, and they've got a KJ for it after the nerfs. Might be a little bit more difficult to get that passive information, but if anything, Brimmy's got it.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. I will say one thing, though, that I'm a little shocked about. Other than the double duelist, you know, I feel like Cypher is such an oppressive agent on split. That being said, though, I, personally, if I have to play a Sentinel, I am playing Killjoy. But when you can have these one-way smokes with his cages, or the tripwire setups where, you know, if the opposing team is playing Sate or Raze, which they're playing like 9 out of 10 times, they just can't really deal with it. You know, other than a really good place nade. So not having those types of setups with his Killjoy makes me a little nervous, but that being said, Killjoy's my girl. I love playing her, so I'm excited to see what type of defensive setups we have here. Especially going into this round. Nobody is on B. KC is looking to maybe go through a B split. 2-ish going through mid, 2 going through B main, but what an interesting setup here by LG. Kind of leaning towards A, and look at that! The whole site is empty. Smokes are coming down, and very soon VeeKay and his crew are going to realize that they completely gave up sight. I mean, you have to take risks in grand finals, but seeing it on pistol rounds not what you expect, and there's our first kill. Òvercome takes down Jam. Oh, Fray gets Brimmy to 1 HP, but she wins that Sentinel battle. Retakes on hand now.
Oh, never mind.
Oh no.
Oh, the knife fight to start it. Just like this. Yes, VeeKay.
VeeKay with the first knife of the night. Doesn't win the round, but gets the respect. Oh my god, what a way to start off this game.
Yeah, I mean, the gamble stack makes sense, especially since you have so much towards the ramps position. You had 2 ramps, 1 site, 1 vents, 1 B heaven, but you know, you gamble wrong. It's a 50-50. Sometimes it happens, sometimes you gotta lose those, but KC get a free site, and despite that, even though they get the bomb down, it's just their post-plant positions got kind of exploited. LG were able to rotate super fast, win that heaven fight, and just KC has no map control from there. They're getting picked off from heaven and run down from the site, and now they're just forced to lower weapons here, and they're gonna, you know, get whatever they can, get some kills, maybe get a bomb plant, but I don't think LG will be gambling this time.
Yeah, it looks like KC's gonna be running the exact same setup. 2 go through mid, Omen's kind of lurking late, getting the blind out in the smoke, and Util's kind of going down. LG completely giving up sight yet again. They had that breach util to slow it down, but VeeKay gets a headshot through the wall, and Ucklar. Nice classic right click, a free gun coming into play already, but look at this mid setup. Cypher's there to watch this crossfire. Fray looking to make some magic happen, but Noshiro gets 2! Gets 3!
1 enemy remaining.
Gets 4! What? What? Where did that come from?
Noshiro swapped to the classic at the end of that to grab the 4th kill, but I thought for sure KC would at least grab some semblance of mid control there. Fray swings out as like, you know, look at me, hey, and then everyone swings out from the ramen position in near B Link, and those 2 players in mid should be dead. But
oh, yeah,
I guess that's just the advantage of the heavier weaponry. The Spectre is just more bullets and more damage equals more kills. I can't fault the math there, but you know, the math should be in KC's favor this time with the 4 rifles. And it looks like they want to change it up now.
Yeah, I need to sit back down. That made me already rise, dude. That was insane. Great job by Noshiro getting that 4K. Already 5-1. Almost got the ultimate Omen online. So maybe we'll see that coming into play. But again, LG just leaning towards A. You have to wonder, did they scout out their opponents? Are they familiar with their setups on attack?
Right there.
Maybe KC just loves going towards that A side, but they're countering their own setup perchance. 3 people leaning towards B. The smoke does slow them down just a little bit, but it's all quiet here.
I would have really liked... That would have been really nice if KC had contacted up past the smoke, because there was an opening where Noshiro, who does go down eventually, you know, weapon diff again, but they could have contacted straight through B heaven, straight into B heaven, and it would have been curtains for Ucklar to 4 people, but now they're going to push right back into this setup. The KJ setup's dealt with now. Just a smoke for heaven, it'll block off the turret, and Òvercome's hiding inside of it, but this wall, as soon as it goes down, there will be a reckoning coming for just Òvercome with the sheriff there. Oh, swings out. It's gonna get 2.
What? No way. No, stop. No, stop. Wait, no, check PC. No, is Vanguard initiated? Wait. Stop it. What just happened? Noshiro gets a 4K last round. Òvercome overcomes that 4K with the 5K. Gets an
And the
ace with the
boom
D-ball
kill.
and the boom bot?
Oh my god.
Oh, you're out of your mind. Oh, no. Wait, I just sat back down. Do I just stay standing up? Oh, man, this is crazy. Oh, man, we're here for a night. Okay, this
They
is...
swing through the Viper
Oh.
wall, and the decay must have chunks them down a little bit, but that does not explain the fact that Òvercome was still hitting the headshots. That is a crazy play.
Yeah, 100%. And look at this, KC. No magic working through mid. They're going fully towards A. Young CIVIC is already up ramps with their teammate VeeKay, but VeeKay gets killed through the smoke by Òvercome. He's gotten 7 kills in a row. Pops the ult, round 4. Does he check the corner? He doesn't, but still gets the kill. Òvercome gets the 3K. Oh my goodness. 8 straight kills by this Raze. Secures the round. And LG take a dominating 4-0 to start off this match.
Okay, you know, once, really cool. That's an amazing play, sure. Twice is insane to me. Òvercome holds his ground into fighting just, I don't know, the horde coming at him into heaven. That fast play with the double duelist should get you in there every single time. But I don't know. Òvercome is just feeling it right now and burns the Raze ult. Let him cook.
I gotta tell you something, man. I spoke to some LG players before this game, and they mentioned how their team relies on these critical plays, these clutches by their members. They have great team play, but individually, their members are better in their eyes. And we've seen that so far. Now, 4 players are going mid. Noshiro and Ucklar. All there is to defend against this setup. The boombot misses completely. Oh no, I don't like this positioning. Is Casey going to be aware? I think they tried to go for the molly. Or the molly by Ucklar tries to slow him down just a little bit. But here we go. Contact's about to come through. The cage is there.
Oh, Noshiro's swing timing could be huge here. That smoke's going to go down, and Casey are still milling about in mid. Oh, that stun's going to... Yeah, that stun will let Fray get away for free, but they're still pushing into the KJ setup here and B towards B main. They're still going to end up going towards for a B split anyway, and yeah. The microwave, retired god.
Oh, what a setup. Retired god peeking off the Killjoy util from Brimmy. Legend also kills Noshiro as well through mid. The second Viper Molly is committed, and now KC have to regroup. Bomb is still mid. Even if they go A here, they're going to be a little behind, giving KC
30 seconds left.
Just a chance that they need to get to site here. Looks like Young CIVIC is about to discover site is completely empty, but bomb is still in A main.
Yeah, the rotations will come now, and that's a nice breach ult to buy KC a little bit more time to get the bomb down. It's only going to hit Òvercome, but if I'm being fully honest with you, worth.
Wow, what a great...
The guy is on fire right now, but they'll get the bomb down for free. A little bit of main control held for them as well by Jam, and it looks like they're going to need it. Ucklar's on the flank.
Yeah, this retake here is coming through all angles. Oh no, Jam! Oh no, the sun comes through, but it just doesn't matter. Ucklar gets the timing. And now Fray gets collapsed. What an amazing retake here by LG. 2 KC members remain. Oh no, Legend. Oh my god. Retired God just has the util in the shots to back it up. What's going on here? LG take 5-0 lead?
It's a gorgeous retake too. The timing on Jam is so nice, but even if Jam turns, the stun from Retired God is there to stun him up and give Ucklar the free kill. Then they double swing onto Fray and A main, and yeah, KC just have no legs to stand on, holding back the retake. It's so good, and they have to eco again, even after burning the breach ult.
Oh man, this is tragic. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, we don't often see timeouts in VDC. If anything, it's actually more rare you see a full best of 5 series without one. So seeing a timeout this early, it's smart by KC to call this. And you just have to be wondering what they're thinking. I mean, they've tried going mid 3 rounds now, and it just doesn't seem to work. They went A a couple times. They got the bomb down, but that retake by LG is suffocating. Kryo, what do you think? What's the play here? What do they need to change?
I mean, it seems like they don't have a problem getting the bomb down, right? But I'm worried that they'll try to call a change in the tempo, like to speed it up again. But last time that happened, Òvercome killed 5. So I guess the better adaptation would be once you're in the post plant, because LG, they keep having time to rotate. They keep having time to set up these flanks and corral KC into a corner. I want to see them try to break out of that. I want to see them push one of the lanes into the retakers and at least give themselves a little bit more map control and a bit of a player advantage as well going into these post plants. But with the lighter weaponry, that might be more difficult. You might want to save that for next round, or just try something really crazy this round and just get yourself on the board, because any round helps right now. You want to start pushing back against the mental game that LG are winning, because they got to be feeling good.
Yeah, without a doubt. KC, all 5 of their players, 4 Stingers, 1 Spectre. We saw Òvercome get an ace with just a Deagle, so anything can happen even though they're down 5-0. And pushing this Viper Orb, going towards B Heaven. Oh man, magic needs to happen. Fray, able to still stay alive. Oh man, Ucklar gets 2! Fray does good damage, but this is not good enough. Young CIVIC gets down Brimmy! Oh no, TheRetiredGod, those still alive! Are you kidding me? These hero plays after hero plays, it seems like every time KC has some moment of victory, LG comes to just stomp them down.
Yeah, rushing B Heaven was a good call. It's just one guy, but you know, it's Ucklar. The one guy stood his ground, and I don't know. TheRetiredGod picked such a nice swing timing there while Young CIVIC was reloading, and while VeeKay was planting, and it's just free firing. It's tragic there, but
yeah, this is the gun round though.
True.
Guns on all sides of KC. So let's see what they can pull through here. We're going to see a mid hit kind of going into A as well. Bomb is left in spawn. That being said though, look at the defensive setup by LG. They don't care about B. 3 players going through mid. Ray's blast packs on top of this orb, but
oh, that's a nice angle.
As I was about to say, might not get any work done. Young CIVIC takes down Ucklar. VeeKay's in a situation though, the Cypher ult does come through. They know nobody's on B. This is their moment to finally capitalize. VeeKay looking to take a fight CT. The breach flash comes through, the raise nade as well, and LG fully forced to back up. And we're gonna see a plant here for free.
Yeah, holding on to Heaven control will be so big here. It'll give them the option of just corralling all of the retakers straight into that alley push out, and you're gonna be pushing out into enough angles to make your head spin there, but VeeKay needs to hold on. These underneath Heaven players need to hold on. VeeKay!
Oh no, Òvercome with an amazing raise nade. But KC Jam with an amazing play! 2 still alive under hell. TheRetiredGod looking to help with this retake, but the beat. Oh no. I was about to say the breach flash came through, but Brimmy with the Hemi! It's a 1v1, Legends half HP. It looks like he has a play read, but does he have time? It looks like we're gonna have KC win their first round of the night.
So funny.
Wow. KC pulled
dicey
through, but Brimmy got the 3K. It's an expensive round, but finally, KC's able to get on the board.
Yeah, it's a good call from LG to just flush out VeeKay over in mail there. They knew we need this Heaven control. We needed to get this retake successfully, but I don't know. The underneath Heaven players hold out long enough jam with 2 critical kills to confirm them this round, and Legend stalls just long enough.
Kryo, I gotta ask you. You know, it is 6-1. You did just win your first round if you're KC, but how do they keep their mental up going into this round?
Just ignore the scoreline. Focus.
Ignore the
Just
scoreline.
take it one by one.
I like it. And now all 5 players are going towards A. They have to go through Killjoy setup if they go through Heaven again. But that being said, are they just going to go straight through site? It looks like 2 are going Rams, but Jet is dashing out. The Breach Stun hits VeeKay, and the Flash. Everyone's still alive. VeeKay playing games as Legend takes care of Brimmy. TheRetiredGod, though, the Breaches are in action now, both with a kill. The plant's coming through, but the retake's in action. Fray gets 1, Noshiro gets the other. And Legend, 1 HP, 8 bullets in the chamber as well. Oh no, LG they keep taking the energy out of KC. It's just Jam left alive. And this is impossible. They just have to save their gun. Wow.
It feels like they just get so spread out. And TheRetiredGod stays alive an incredibly long time on towards elbow while they try to get the bomb down, and he's able to cause so much havoc on those site players. And then the rest of KC is just spread out. They can't quite help against the retake, and LG punish. They divide and conquer, and it just works so well. I'm not quite sure what else to do here. You might just try to play for a pick, but LG have not been taking space at all. It's just the anchors of both sides.
Yeah. You just have to pray that KC doesn't realize, or LG doesn't use those 2 insane ultimates. Killjoy and Breach could be coming into play. That being said though, nobody's on A. LG they do not care if KC takes site because they win the retake every single time. Players are kind of regrouping where they need to be, but Casey's just on the save. And VeeKay saves the day, gets 1 kill. Down to 5 HP though. I don't think they'll be able to recover that gun.
Oh, Noshiro might be in a bit of a position here.
Oh no!
What?
Oh my god! Noshiro! What? What?
Okay.
How are they even alive? Oh
Okay.
my god! That's the 3K. 21 HP. I mean, they fall to Fray. Good kill on her. No util to work with. Does have the cam. Looks like Jam and Fray are gonna go towards B. And again, the site's completely open. We've seen this again and again, even though we're only 8 rounds in. Looks like Jam is gonna go to plant the bomb. And I like this camera. I don't think it'll be spotting Ucklar though. One's going through CT. One's falling through heaven. And this is a moment of truth. Can KC finally hold this post-plant positioning? And oh man, I talked about this ult cryo. Brimmy.
I don't know if Fray is looking the right direction here. Ucklar is making a great distraction, but Brimmy's playing it even better. He's just going to be patient, let this go down, and it's not planted for them in main, and
no.
Brimmy wins that
KC
fight.
Jam? No way. Went for the bomb fake. You gotta trust your teammate here. Ucklar. Oh my god, LG is just incredible. I mean, this is just incredible gameplay. What tier are we in? Is this Apprentice for sure?
I
mean,
you
the
could
shots
tell
are
me
hitting,
this is
the
Mythic,
strats are
and
there.
I could.
Nah, this is above Mythic. This is insane.
I don't know if VCT started yet, but this is right here. You know, KC, they are our new ascended org there for VCT, but I feel like KC could have won that despite the lockdown, because they planted safe and it forces Fray to swing out to hold the crossover towards the bomb and force the fight with Brimmy, and which Brimmy wins because the entirety of LG is on a heater right now. But this is KC's chance again, you know, 8-1. You can ignore that. Just put that out of your mind and try to win this round here.
KC knows that site. They just can have sites for free, so they're not even comparing or using this breach ult to take it. Hopefully this breach can stay alive for this post plant. Look, they're going to be taking ramp here. This aggressive push. Noshiro gets 1. Legend does fall. No breach ult on the side of KC anymore. That being said, though, breach is there for LG. Tags 2 players on site. Òvercome runs in, gets 1. Gets 2. 4 players go down practically immediately. And LG just keep the dominance going. It's now 9-1.
Flawless.
Oh, the retakes are just so good. I thought for sure Noshiro was dead, but the 2 KC players that decided to push ramps end up seeing Òvercome and trying to kill him instead. But Noshiro's got a nice off angle there close to the corner, and he doesn't get cleared until it's too late. He's able to pick up at least 1. Don't really remember at this point, but the breach ult comes through. It stuns up 2 players. Òvercome has a nice double satchel to get him onto the site and clear out those, and the rest of KC again is always so isolated.
You know
it
what
feels
they need
like
to do?
you can always get a free kill in main.
You know, sorry, not to interrupt you, but Kryo, I think they don't even plant the bomb. I think KC just needs to take the fight to them. Push their CT, push their mid, go into their spawn, and just try to kill them. Because if you're not winning these retakes, it just doesn't matter. And here comes KC. They're blast packing out. The breach ult is through, but LG is smarter than to get caught by that. Young CIVIC, though, does get fully flashed. Great util by RetiredGod. Does get 1. The trade is there, and finally KC has this advantage. It's a 4v2. Can they pull through though? Fray in a great position as soon as this ult goes down, but is it?
Hard from Ucklar to stick around, but this, yeah, you might not want to stick around in this ult anymore.
Ucklar has to be terrified. 4 players left alive, and here comes Fray sneaking up behind them. Fray's in a great position. Peeks through, but what timing is that? Oh my god. Fray does get the kill, but as soon as she peeked, Ucklar went into the smoke. That's pretty funny. Hey, KC, take the second round of the game. 9-3 curse incoming? Pause?
Yeah, they finally overwhelmed the side anchors. RetiredGod with great utility to manage to get 1, but it's KC to come around with that off the breach ult, which I'm not even sure if it hit Brimmy, who is tucking underneath heaven in the little slanted area. I don't even know what that's called, but it still works out for them. They win the gunfights that they desperately need, and I don't know if things might change here. Brimmy has an operator towards B main, and it looks like they want to play for some A aggression as well from LG.
Yeah, insane aggression here. LG forget about playing retake. They're going towards A main, but KC, all 5 of their players walking up mid. The orb's about to go down. They hear some in A heaven, and now everything's known. I want to say they're going to lean towards B here, but thankfully they don't because of that Killjoy setup. However, 2 players in heaven. Noshiro known to hold these down in a great position as well. 3 players from LG ready for this counter aggression. And oh no, VeeKay takes down Òvercome. That's the duelist there for LG. But Noshiro gets 1, tags another. And the Cypher ult is there as well. The information is known. LG tries to regroup on A, but KC is there! Taking B site on their own!
There.
Poor Ucklar, man. You gotta swing into 4 people and a raise rocket.
Oh no.
But, yeah, 2v4. 2v3, Noshiro.
How did they stay alive and get that kill? 14 HP now. Playing with the smokes. TheRetiredGod falls to Legends run and gun action. And, you know, even though Noshiro is showing great confidence there, can't do much without HP. And hey, it's now 9-3.
I'm gonna say either C word here. I'm sure you guys can assume which ones I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say the M word. I'm just gonna say KC here. They had their opportunity with a double duelist on attack, but it still got some legs on defense. We saw finally some I don't even want to call it aggression, but like some proactivity from LG on the last round of their defense, and I'm sure that could have come out a lot earlier if they were tested, but they haven't, and now their turn for attack.
9-3 curse. 9-3.
You said the C word.
9-3 curse. 9-3 curse. Anything is possible. We've seen magic after magic, and now LG, it's time for them to shine here on attack. But it's time for them to just wait. LG playing amazing with playing retakes on defense. It almost looks like they're playing retake on attack. All 5 players just waiting for a mistake from KC. And a mistake was almost there. Jam does get lit up just a little bit, down to about 80 HP. And now, 3 LG players ready for this mid aggression.
Oh,
and oh no,
VeeKay.
if
Look at
VeeKay falls
VeeKay.
here, B main. He's in a great position though. Is
No
Brimmy
support.
aware?
No support from anyone. No dash
He's
either.
checking the corner. And
Oh
VeeKay was
my.
caught off guard. The only player on B that was, and now KC has to respond. Legend is there as well. Gets the stun off to slow him down, but I don't think that's enough. He needs more help than that. The satchel is out. The blind is there, and there's the flash. Legend flashes 3, but he's left alone with the classic. But the right click is there as well. Legend gets 1. Brimmy takes him out, and now it's a 4v3. TheRetiredGod with the timing as young CIVIC pulls through. It's trade after trade. It's perfect play from both sides.
2v3 though, and LG are entrenched in a very nice post plant setup. It's planted for main. Brimmy's there in main, and Noshiro's there on the backside position.
Yeah, both
Alarm
players
box dealt
coming
with,
out of
but
CT.
you got to deal with quite a bit here.
You got the
one-way
one-way
on the
smoke.
smoke.
You got the 3 players on
Last player
site.
standing.
And no! Running with your... What? You can't be caught with your knife out on site, especially in a retake situation like that, and they do get punished. KC does fall on the pistol round that they really needed to get.
I understand where VeeKay is coming from, man. You feel pressure to make a play here, down 9-3 on a pistol, but he gets punished for it, and because there is no follow-up for his off angle there, and LG are able to take the site for free. It's just Legend. He's good to get 1, but I don't know. The post plant from LG was very clean, and this is KC's map pick. They're down 10-3 right now.
Yeah, let's see if they can turn it around. LG, they're playing still just as smart as they can. They're waiting for KC to make a mistake. When you're down 10-3, your nerves really start coming into action. I mean, this is just game 1 in a BO5, but you have to make risky plays, and with that comes risky consequences. Legend looks to try to get 1, does get tagged up, able to fall back. But this is a force here by KC. It's a must-win round. If they don't, their economy's in shambles as LG goes to 11. And now we're going to see 4 players going towards B main. 3 to answer the call by KC. The Raise Nade is out. Satchel's about to come through, but that blind enraged by the defense.
Yeah, it looks like they just want to push some aggression there and let Brimmy try to take some space, which he will, but okay, that's a lot of people there. Have fun.
Oh man, KC Jam does get the first kill in the round. Is down to just 15 HP though. KC, every player still left alive as this B hit comes through. Noshiro with the Spectre gets 1, doesn't get 2 as Young Civic gets the trade, but Retired is there as well. LG looking great so far, hopefully getting this plant down, and VeeKay just left in CT with the Marshall. Oh man, put down to so low. Everyone is tagged up on the side of KC other than Fray. The bomb plant comes through. RetiredGod still has a Vandal as well. The stun is there, the aftershock too, but VeeKay gets the kill. The most important factor. And now Ucklar's 3 HP. Oh man, this util, these shots, these kills. It's all up to RetiredGod to clutch this up. It's possible. 3 players left. Gets 1, but wow, VeeKay. 2 headshots with the Marshall this round. What a great answer by KC.
I thought for sure that round was LG's again. They set themselves up nicely for the post plant, but VeeKay, he's here. He's here, you know, all good. He's a little late to the party, but it's fine. There's some traffic on the way. He's shooting now. If KC can just take that and bring some momentum forward, get some rounds strung together, we could have a competitive map on our hands. But oh, looks like LG want to go for an eco as well, so KC might have a few more rounds left ahead of them. Winning this will give them a little bit more legs to stand on for the economy and give them a few more ult points, but RetiredGod is 2 off that rolling thunder.
Yeah, my only question is, why doesn't Òvercome have a deagle? I mean, we saw what they could do. Listen, all due respect, RetiredGod is an amazing player, and I believe that they can work some magic too, but when one of your players gets an ace with a deagle, I'll give you my 800. That's all.
He's earned it, no? Like, oh, never mind.
You know, maybe bad timing on the side of the casters as KC takedown 2. RetiredGod does fall. Looks like they can recover that deagle though. Òvercome looking to take a fight. 5 players still alive here on KC. They have to play together. You can't lose these guns against an eco. LG, wait, bomb is in. What?
It was in sewers. I think RetiredGod had it.
Flank push, and now Fray is stunned. Thankfully, that isn't a Vandal. It's a Bulldog recovered for LG, but they still have to get this bomb.
Yeah, that'll be rough for them. It's a 4v2, and both sides of the bomb are being watched. As soon as VeeKay takes any contact, or Legend from mid, which it looks like Legend will take some contact soon, he can just back up. And there's 40 seconds on the clock. There may or may not be too much time to rotate here.
Oh, look at
but
this.
That gun advantage should be huge.
Look at the setup. 2 people are in spawn. 2 people are in sewers. You know where bomb is, but they just don't care in case KC has some issues with LG taking aggression in A heaven. Raze and Omen are there to take care of it. And time is running out. You have to die here if you're LG. You don't want that econ penalty, especially if you're Ucklar. And there we go. He's running in, trying to get some type of magic going. He does get a kill. How? Oh my god!
That's a Spectre. You made that look crazy.
That was kind of pretty. I'm not gonna lie. The little one-tap dash action. That's pretty nice. KC get to 5.
It's really I don't know how Legend knew, but it's like his spider sense tingled, and then the util comes out just in time to stall out LG just as they're ready to get the bomb. And even then, Ucklar manages to dodge it, grab 1, but now they're on rifles and they're coming close to those big ults. It's up to KC. If they can weather this upcoming storm of those ults, that'll give them another rotation to keep getting rounds up and keep getting their economy up.
Yeah, LG. I mean, they still have a lead here, but they kind of need to get something going. A snowball needs to start on their side. They did win pistol, but lost the next 2, and this is their bye round. Again, they are playing slow. They're playing methodical, but they need to play assertive. 5 players on their side, but no one is next to each other. They need to regroup, and they need to go towards a site. And KC, their momentum is all in their favor. So hopefully maybe a pick or 2 comes through, and LG can find some magic too. But right now, I'm feeling great and confident for KC.
They've got the right read too. 4 players here towards the B area of the map. And that aftershock will give it away to, hey, we're thinking of pushing B. We'll tell you when we're sure. But, you know, it looks like Noshiro too wants to join them over towards B. And VeeKay is the way. So this
they're gonna
defense
have to go. You're gonna have to go through this Cypher setup. There's only 1 tripwire in heaven here, but I think Òvercome's about to run through that. And indeed they do. They don't dive because of it, but the sun is there. Legend peeks out and does get a kill with the Bulldog. And thankfully, there are trades from both sides, but losing that player Heaven is horrible for LG. And oh my god, Fray, she's working these sites. She has her util, she has her ult, downloading the enemy positions. Everyone is known. 4 players left. Noshiro tries to get one as VeeKay gets the trade. In LG, they're losing momentum by the second. Brimmy forced to save. Casey gets their 6th round with 2 players practically at 1 HP. And never mind, VeeKay takes care of the gun. And oh man, if you're LG here, I think you gotta call a timeout.
Yeah, you want to start putting a stop to this Casey momentum. They were able to survive the breach ult. Fray and Young CIVIC are finally holding onto the sites. The anchors are there, and LG have to eco now. Yeah, they've got some more ults on the way. You know, maybe a Viper's Pit pretty soon. One off the Omen ult as well, but it won't matter. This could be 10-7 here, but Òvercome has a sheriff.
That's true. Anything is possible when Òvercome can overcome these disadvantages. The satchel is out. Site is practically taken already. It looks like nobody wants to defend site in this game. The retake's gonna come maybe just as quick. We're gonna see Young CIVIC boombot through elbow. And here we go. The retake's about to come through. LG regrouping their members, but look at this Killjoy ult. Can they even use this? They're on B. The bomb is planted on A.
They're pushing CT.
LG.
Young CIVIC!
Oh my god, they try to take their aggression, but Young CIVIC does not care. And LG is left on mid on B. Bomb's gonna get defused for free. I mean, they do get to keep that Killjoy ult. But wow, Young CIVIC now has that Raze ultimate after that 3K, and trouble is brewing. Trouble is brewing.
It looked like LG were set up so well for that CT push. It could have recovered them a rifle too, but Brimmy just gets revealed by the Cypher trip on the other side. The late lurk is found, and they're not able to win the gunfight in CT. Young CIVIC, I don't know where he was. All I know is he killed 3 people, and it seemed to work. He's got himself a showstopper too.
You know, this is what I hate about Split. I mean, it's a very defensive-sided map. We saw how horrible KC was struggling on attack, and now it's the same for LG. The defense on both teams just playing retake other than this one player on B. Fray is holding her own, trusting her team to do what they need to do. But, you know, I thought it was LG just having an insane retake. Maybe it's both of these teams. Maybe it's the map. But this is a counterplay we have to see. This Killjoy ultimate about to go down. The sun is there for mid, and looks like we're going to see a little bit of a delay. The cam finally gets broken. Fray looking to hopefully back up here soon. Tripwire still active as well. The aftershock too, but Side's gonna be
detained.
Hopefully be taken. How do? Oh no! Òvercome gets a detained player and gets 2. No, this is horrible for KC. Òvercome making the hero plays that they need. Hopefully, bomb gets planted here soon as well. 45 seconds left on the clock. Òvercome, great util, but oh my god, gets a trade post-mortem? What?
1 enemy remaining.
That being said, though, it's a retake extravaganza. KC gets 2, gets 3, and now TheRetiredGod against 2 people, 1 HP. But it doesn't matter. KC jams all LG's hope as they take the round 10-8.
That was just... I thought LG had that. It felt like Fray stuck around just a little bit too long inside the KJ ult and goes down to Òvercome's mid push. Òvercome grabs 2, and I thought it was done and dusted, but Noshiro gets found there in mid by Jam, and Jam finishes it off. Yeah, LG, you need this timeout. 5 in a row is insane.
All right, cryo. What is LG talking about? What do they need to change? I mean, this was 9-3. I'm not saying the curse is active, but it can be taken back. What needs to change here on attack to counterplay this defense?
If that's me, I'm going to be fully honest. Just like take this break and go into the next round and just start shooting back, because it feels like KC are going to win every single gunfight. Every single 50-50. Every time you peek them, you die. And the only way you've managed to get some of these kills and make some of these rounds competitive is just by some cheese or like some utility, making it a little more LG skewed. But just decompress, right? You've got 3 ults coming into this round, a showstopper and a pit to confirm you around if you need it. But I don't know, KC might have an answer with the operator. VeeKay has been so good with that weapon time and time again. You just breathe.
Yeah, I
All
agree.
good.
I think KC, I mean, they're playing great. They're having hero play after hero play, but I don't know. I feel like LG, they're either not coordinating their ults correctly, or they're not really taking advantage of it fully. I would love to see a very aggressive hit here. They have the Raze ult. They are somewhat aware of where the defense is playing. I mean, sometimes the site isn't even there, but we might be seeing an Òvercome rocket coming through. The party might finally be here. But oh man, everybody just knows where to be. The Omen util is there, the Viper wall too. Both sides playing perfect, but now Òvercome does take 55 damage from that nade. And here we go. Blast Plaque is out. But oh no, this elbow 2-0. The party is here. And there it is. Òvercome takes down Legend with the boom, with the Raze rocket. My bad. Noshiro does get 2, and KC finally looking like they're about to lose a round. VeeKay does have it off.
Wait.
Retired God moonwalking towards him does get taken down. And is VeeKay really going for this? You don't just take the op and save. As Noshiro gets the 3K, and LG find a way. It's 11-8.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt though. I mean, for LG, that's very good. You only invested the Raze rocket, and the execute works perfectly. They finally collapse onto those backside players. The KC anchor is trying to hold on, but there is a lot of big boom stuff coming in, and that gets a little difficult when all you have is a bullet.
Hey, Kryo, I'm nervous, man. Look what KC has on their side. That breach ult coming through for a retake. This could be horrific here for LG.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, they want to maybe just pressure a little bit towards A here. That wall is up, and that'll deny Jam a little bit of that information towards A main. Forces Young Civic, yeah, to swing out, but do they smell a B hit off of some of Retired God's utility? Because I think the cam might have spotted him, and you see Young Civic considered the rotate. Jam looked over to try to throw the smoke, but yeah, that mid smoke should give it away here. Legend might have a fight on his hands. 3 towards mid, 2 towards B main once Noshiro gets there. Yeah, that cam comes through the smoke as well. That's a nice swing timing.
What? VeeKay peeks out off his own Omen smoke. Somehow gets a timing through Retired. And that's that breach util. That's your initiator here for LG. In order to take these advantages now, they need to get to work. As I'm saying that, though, Noshiro commits the ultimate. Does get traded, but gets 1. Fray does get 2. Òvercome takes her down, and this breach ult is still active. KC, they have all the tools they need for this retake. Bomb might be going down here soon, but LG is scared. They have to fake it. They have to bait that defense out. And here we go. Brimmy does get tagged, stays in heaven, does get 1, does get 2. And now it's a 1v1. They hear where the last remaining player is. It's up for the magic, but now Jam does not care. He heard where the drop was. Great util, hits him with a blind. Brimmy does fall, but Jam takes the round. KC somehow, after such an amazing heroic effort, it just doesn't matter. Now it's 11-9. This game's getting close, Kryo. Oh my god.
How did Brimmy get 2? He's breach ulted, and he just kills 2 for free. I don't understand that.
That's
yeah, breach ult should not be 9 points, I think. It should be 7 if you can get kills through the sun.
Hey, listen, it's a 9-3 curse, alright? All I'm gonna say is the game isn't over until it's over. We're gonna see a judge here from Ucklar, and this is what I love to see on a map like Split. I don't want to call this cringe, but it's definitely something unique. Òvercome looking at Satchel through, but oh no.
Oh,
Fray, she is so good with those setups. Retired God goes down again. Fray gets 2. Almost gets a 3rd. Òvercome takes her down. Now it's a 4v3. KC does have the advantage. 3 players in heaven, 1 in CT. Bomb is on site for LG. They can plant, but do you plant for heaven? This risk that you need to take. KC get 1, they get 2. VeeKay gets the 3rd with Young Civic, and oh man, they're piling up these ults. They're piling up these kills, and these rounds are getting closer and closer.
Ucklar bought a judge because the plan was we get on the site, we pop the Viper's pit, and they have to push into us. They don't have the breach ult to flush us out anymore. But Fray is awake. Fray is here. The anchors, this that Fray has been getting have been so good. Two last round or 2 rounds ago against all odds to this round to just cut the push off at the knees. And now LG are on an eco. KC win this, they tie it up.
Yeah,
this half started
KC,
9-3.
If you're KC, you don't really want to commit any ults here, especially that Ray's ult. However, I mean, Omen and Jet, they are kind of interesting to use. You can't always get the best advantage, especially with that Omen ult. Nonetheless, though, their defense is still impeccable. LG looking to rotate 4 players through spawn, wanting to attack that site that Cypher is holding with their util. And KC need to answer this hopefully soon. Noshiro with the deagle. Does spot one, isn't able to get any damage done, but still alive, which is very important here. One smoke here, another coming up.
Oh, it's just young CIVIC here towards A to hold back this push. Fray is on her way, but I don't know if she'll be here in time to push off of her own, to play off her own util.
But we have one in elbow though. It's KC's young CIVIC on A, ready for this push. The smokes do go down. It looks like KC knows this hit's about to come through. And TheRetiredGod does have his ult. Do you commit this here on an eco though?
They're gonna rotate with 35 seconds?
Oh no, I don't know if you have time for this. They have to book it, but 2 players on KC. One is mid, one is being heaven. Any type of aggression on defense is gonna completely negate this round for LG. Vence is mollied by 2. And oh no, Legend does get 1. Jam does get 2. 13 seconds, you don't even have time to plan. You might not even have time to die. Bomb does come through though. 5v3. Ucklar gets 1. Good damage there on eco, but VeeKay doesn't care. He gets 2 while Fray peeks out. I mean, he did get the bomb down on an eco, which is great in most situations, but now it's 11-11. What was a 6-round deficit, it's all tied up, and these are the most important rounds.
If they wanted to go for that last minute B pivot, Noshiro needed to be so much farther up, and they maybe needed to get a kill there. But what happens is Jam is still alive, Legend is still alive, holding on to the Vents and B heaven positions. And the utility is good to hold Jam back to stop them from having any effect on the B heaven push. But Legend is still alive. He confirms a kill and he buys enough time for the rotates to come in. But this is the big round here. LG need this because if they don't, they're going to be broke. And they should have the tools to take this. One off lockdown,
LG,
they have...
Sorry. I mean, I just want to say, TheRetiredGod does have this ultimate. One player is on site for A, but I don't know if they can commit this just yet. You were about to mention how that ultimate orb was about to be taken, but here we go. KC does have 3 in heaven, dodging those breach ults.
What?
Òvercome jumps over the young CIVIC ultimate for an amazing raise diff, but
spike down.
Wow, Fray is there though. She knows where util is. She can peek through the smoke with the tag. LG looking to make something happen here as Brimmy takes on VeeKay. And you just have to wonder, when it all comes down to this, it's 11-11. This Killjoy ultimate might be coming through, but I don't know if it might reach just as far as it needs to be. KC looking to retake through screens. One is out through heaven. Òvercome does get down. Jam gets a kill. Legend gets another. There are no players on the side of LG on site. Legend looking to at least get the bomb to half before he does get tagged. As his teammates hopefully helping him, but they go down.
The gamble.
It's horrible as we see the second knife kill of the night. LG finally make the answer, and it's 12-11. Incredible.
Match point.
KC gamble by pushing into the lockdown again. It seems like they just don't want to respect that ultimate, and it could have worked for them, but LG won those critical gunfights, making sure that they couldn't flood back into the site, and Noshiro and Brimmy just with nerves of steel to hold back that tide. And it's 12-11 now. They didn't burn any of those big ults that they needed. They still have that Viper's Pit. They have now a showstopper too, but this is it's KC's turn now. The ball's in their court. Do they want overtime or do they want to go to map 2?
There's a world where we see a 9-3 half from both teams, assuming that LG is able to lose a round here on attack again. I mean, they looked very great there. KC took a massive risk going into that KJ ultimate. And oh my god, Legend gets the first kill in what might be the last round of this game. Takes down the duelist on the side of LG. Noshiro looking to TP to spawn. No way, he commits! VeeKay gets the kill, that blunder there by Noshiro!
There's
And
still
now
a trip
just
up
3
on
players
site.
remain.
They found my
Fray's still on site against a Viper ult? Oh man, she's in a great spot. Retired God looking to plant. Fray gets the spam! Oh no! Horrific nightmares here as KC on CIVIC takes out another. And what? KC? You just have to wonder how KC even lost a single round that game when they have rounds like that. And we just saw the 9-3 curse keep the game alive, and we're heading into overtime. 12-12.
Yeah, this is overtime now. It's map 1, so that's gonna make this longer map 1 is gonna make those later maps feel all the worse, feel all the more dragged out. So you gotta close it out fast. You gotta make sure you can keep that mental up after such a really great half from KC here. They're gonna go back to attack, which their attacking half has been, you know, plagued with some troubles.
I mean, everyone has, right? I mean, it is split. Defense is favorable, even though we've seen countless map changes again and again. This time, though, LG is going to respect the 8-hit. They finally have something on the site. A full util setup here by KJ. She herself is in heaven. The breach is in screens to support it. It looks like KC is going to try to go fast. You're playing against a stun, you're playing against mollies, but your duelist can fly. Blast packing onto site, updrafting and dashing. The positioning is there. KC looking to survive a post plant.
It's gonna happen again. It happened again. They tried to go back and get a little bit more map control into this post plant, but Noshiro wins that, and LG can put on the squeeze, but it's all up to Retired God to stay alive here in CT. Brimmy gets another one.
KC looking to get aggressive here in CT. A mistake they've never made so far, at least successfully. 2 players remain. LG takes site. One Omen is in their way right around this blue screen in the smoke. Oh. Look at this timing by Jam. Tries to get 1, almost got 2, but gets none. Fray takes down Brimmy as the bomb defuse is coming through. It's already half. They have to go quick. VeeKay makes a hero.
Oh my!
What a transfer.
Oh my god!
The hero KC needs gets the spray to win the day, and it's now 12-13. KC get an advantage in what seems like forever. It's now time to close this out.
They finally win an attack round, and in such gorgeous fashion too. The CT push works, and it's not planted for them, but Fray has a nice spray, and VeeKay with a miraculous spray transfer.
Don't overthink
That
it. That's my job.
That's got to put the win in your sails here for this, what could be the last round, and LG need to fight back. But attack halves for both sides, not super good, but if KC can do it, maybe so can LG. It looks like they want to play a little bit slow, maybe feel out the defenses a little bit before they finally pick a side. B will be their destination here. The smoke comes through, there's a trip, it's very far back, so they will have plenty of space towards the site before they meet any resistance, but that's if they decide to push. Retired God getting a little bit antsy, wants to start taking that space.
Oh no,
Nothing
he's
in
walking
the way.
up. Fray's looking where
left.
she needs to be, but
Fray!
No, Retired God. These are the hero plays that really define a champion. Sneaks up onto Cypher. Fray, just no idea at all where this was, and LG, 4 players on site, but Legend doesn't care. Peeks out, gets Noshiro. We might be seeing a retake as fast as this plant happens. VeeKay's in prime positioning, gets the headshot through the wall, gets a kill on Òvercome. And wow, Retired God does have the breach ultimate, is able to survive 2 flashes in an aftershock as well.
Just stuck it.
Oh my god.
Defenders win.
KC did it. The 9-3 curse is real. Take it into overtime. Take game 1 in our grand final matchup. Kryo, what the hell did we just
Oh, I had to mute my mic to stop myself from cussing on stream because what just happened? The retake was very nice, and I thought LG was gonna do it. Fray goes down super early by the almost crazed play of Retired God, but Legend swings out through just the smallest opening in the smoke because it's a little too far to the left. There was an opening for him to swing out, and he's able to grab a kill. But I don't. 12-14 is about as close as it gets.
You just have to congratulate KC for keeping their mentality through game 1. They were down 9-3. They managed to get it to overtime And then hero play after hero play won them the day. It's only game one. We might be here for hours on end, maybe into the next day. That being said, though, we'll take a 5-minute break as we go on to game two. Grab your popcorn, get you some water, take a break, and we'll be back after this.
Get a real good look at all of you and feel no fear. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna try and get the shitty things out of my head, out of my head, out of my head. Start singing, never put them down, leave them hanging. Make me shed a tear, I'm begging you. The wheels on your mind gonna slow down, the grips on your heart letting go now, and everything you need gonna show now. I'm telling you to let forget. Take a pill up my pocket and take the hole up my chest. Take my spirit away from the dark and clear it from pain. And take my problems and blur them until they're fading away. I'm really fearing the fight, and I'm fearing I might run into killers on my way to spread my wings in the night. There's colors in my eyes and fire in the sky. I'm pretending that I'm flying. Put your hands up, start singing. Never put them down, leave them hanging. Maybe shed a tear, I'm begging. On your mind, gonna slow down. The grips on your heart, letting go now. And everything you need, gonna show now. I'm telling you to let it go. To let it go. To let it
Tell me, is it clear that I still wanna be? I see you denying when I know that I made it clear. I want you to know that I'll be close through the darkest when the sky is getting bright. I'll hold you and never let you go. When you're falling, I'll be closer.
All right, welcome back, everyone. After the absolute cinema that was map 1, I'm sure you guys needed that 5-minute break, but we're back. Map 2 is going to be Sunset. MichaelSark, what'd you think about Split, though?
I mean, it was a story of the defensive sides. It was incredible. KC looked like they just could get nothing going on attack, and then we swapped, and same issues came up for LG. Neither team wants to play on site, and it's incredible because, I mean, that's the most basic fundamental thing you play as Valorant, but in this coordinated setup, this organized play, having just a completely open site is possible. We saw it repeatedly and repeatedly. LG, their retake was incredible, and then KC, they did not care. They disrespectfully pulled and plowed through every player, and they made magic happen. We saw amazing performances, though. Noshiro, 28 and 18, almost a 300 combat score, but that was on the side of LG. Even though he played like a monster, KC just played better, especially when it counted in overtime. Played together, was able to finally conquer their attack side. And man, if this is anything of a reflection of what we're going to see tonight, we might be here for a long time.
Someone in chat mentioned VeeKay's first half versus second half performance, and can I just say, yeah, he just decided to wake up on defense, and he went from somewhere middle of the pack on his team, ending team MVP with, I don't even know how many kills because I clicked the wrong button and I was about to check. Give me a second. Imagine I'm talking with real stuff, but he ended 23 of 16 with 4 first kills. I'm pretty sure most of those first kills were on defense, which is wild to me.
I am not surprised. Going to this next map, KC will be starting here on defense, and I mean, you just have to wonder. It is Sunset. It's not as impressive like Split. I mean, there are important things you have to take care of. You can't give up mid that freely, and the defense does have a very strong door that they can play around. I'm just worried. If these defensive halves just keep repeating, I mean, this motivational swing, this momentum, I just have to start questioning how long until everybody gets burnt out in this entire lobby.
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? For every long series, burnout and mental fatigue becomes a factor, but you don't get here without being at least some parts a person with a mental fortitude of, I almost said the Maginot line, but that wouldn't have been a very good reference because that kind of fell over. Never mind. Ignore, pretend I never said anything. My mental's gone and it's only been one map, so hey.
You're good. We're going into agent select here. And I wonder if we'll see a similar setup. The breaches on both teams were incredible. And Breach is a great pick here too. It looks like RetiredGod might be hovering it. And oh, a fade pick. That's something I haven't seen in a long time on this map. There are some amazing spots where you can throw that eye, but I will say if we're talking initiator to initiator, I like Legend's pick more. The Sova arrow just is so good on sites like A and especially through mid. So we'll see where that goes. Phoenix? Wait, that can't be real, right?
Yeah, I think it's real. They ran Phoenix. Young CIVIC ran Phoenix here last time they played Sunset, but I think Legend was playing Breach. The Sova might be a late addition or a late adaptation here because those shock darts will be very good against any Cypher trip that comes up. And yeah, they're gonna lock in.
Wow,
Jet Phoenix.
Duelists, and it's Jet Phoenix. I feel like I'm watching. Wait. Am I tripping, or is this like a TSM comp from First Strike from the beginning of Valorant? This is incredible. We have Sub Rosa on Phoenix, Wardell on Jet, and we're just seeing players after players just come with these classic characters. Nothing new like Sky or Fade, but I'm also worried about the Sky pick as well. We saw how impacted she was by those nerfs, and you know, it does take a little bit of skill out of her flash, having it being forced to go last. And yeah, last second swap, RetiredGod doing what he does best, and that breach, I'm excited. I feel like that breach util is gonna make or break this game for both sides.
We saw how they played off of the stuns and the flashes last map as well, so that will be definitely a point of contention here for these two teams. But interesting that KC just want to run the solo initiator versus the double initiator. I get that their whole thing is we run double duelist every map. VeeKay will only play Jet, and he will convince you that he can only play Jet because it works. He'll play Jet anywhere he wants, and he'll get away with it. But it's the Phoenix. The Phoenix ult with it only being 6 points gives you a very frequent options to come onto this any site that they want to for free, because
Goes there.
Young CIVIC is an incredible player, and if you give him an extra life to just go crazy, he will make the most of it.
Yeah,
But it's
without a
LG's
doubt.
turn. It's LG's turn to attack. Looks like they want to start mid.
Yeah, that being said, though, LG, I got to reiterate this. They have 4 players that are new to VDC. 4 rookies going into grand finals. They are down 1 game. We're going to see how well they keep it together going into this deficit of game 2. As we're going to see a similar setup. Very quiet here on attack, waiting for KC to make the first move. And indeed they do. 3 players now on A for the defense, as LG just taking their time. Maybe catching Legend here on Sova through mid. Shots do come through, but only LG take the hit. Breach down to just 75 HP as VeeKay is peeking through.
What?
Òvercome though, what a shot. One taps opposing duelist. And now we might be seeing A execute. Everybody on the side of KC is either mid or B. Oh no, this is a blunder this early. Spike's gonna get planted for free. Their full preference on where everything goes is gonna come through. They know nobody is CT. They have Brimmy watching the flank with themselves and the util as well. The retake's gonna come from both sides, and oh no, is Brimmy gonna be able to clutch through?
Whoa, he jumped in.
Oh no! Oh my god! Legend jumps through. Didn't have his knife out, but does get traded by Young CIVIC. Deagle in hand, Molly there to heal if needed. Yeah, Fray with the cam. The blind is on there too.
Òvercome?
Player
Oh,
standing.
no. The trades are perfect, but this placement is amazing. The positioning
Molly?
is critical. Oh, no. What? Okay, what's going on, man? What are we watching? What's happening? How does Young CIVIC get a
silly
3K?
Valorant.
Wow. I mean,
Got here.
it's just incredible. In a precise tactical shooter where abilities don't kill, we saw the magic perform there. I mean, Young CIVIC was just in the right place at the right time. His teammates just falling one by one, but I mean, I don't know. I'm at a lost for words. I'm not gonna lie, Kryo.
Watching Legend jump over that trip from Fray's from Brimmy's POV has got to be one of the funniest things I've seen all night, because it's just boing, hello, and then the trades there from Young CIVIC as well. So that flank fight was really big for them. They needed to win that to get them back onto the site, which they do, and then from there, they're able to pinch onto the site. It's just I think TheRetiredGod, who is still alive there in elbow, and there's not much he can do into 3 players or 2 players. Okay. Young CIVIC, finds the lurk. And there's a one-way cage here too, Òvercome.
Oh no.
That's cut down.
Fray just so good with her Cypher util. Doesn't matter what map she's playing. She came here to not play games. It's now a 5v3 for KC. VeeKay holding this mid, but oh no. Can they even peek through? TheRetiredGod looking to get that cage out. Tripwire is down, flash in hand, but LG just has nowhere to go.
Look at how much utility it forced out too.
Yeah, I mean,
It forced out so much util towards B main, and then they're able to win a mid fight, but I don't know. If they were able to take that mid space, it could have been dire for KC, but LG are now in a bit of a pickle.
That's one way to describe it. TheRetiredGod, stun is out, does get 2, but you're playing into 3 players, only a Deagle in hand, but a great shot.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Last player standing.
Okay.
That was insane. I mean, great effort by him. TheRetiredGod looking like he just got back on the job. Now Ucklar has 1 classic, 74 HP, and just an eye to work with. KC, they're looking to regroup. These are the 2 duelists. They're looking to have a fight. Hopefully going together, an Ares and a Spectre. They're all full HP as well.
Ucklar
But Ucklar's making a play.
Monstrous timing.
He hears the noise, the steps are there, but you have a classic. He sees both, but again, he has a classic. It's not much you can do. Young CIVIC gets a 180 spin, and KC take round 2.
That's so unfortunate out of Ucklar there. That could have been the round-winning play there. He has the timing on the Young CIVIC, and then Spike's planted open enough that he can swing out and maybe challenge VeeKay. Maybe give himself an opportunity to take the bonus or take the anti-eco. from KC. But now you've got guns. Plenty of room to work with too, and you've kind of felt out the setup, right? You know that they like to generally leave Phoenix on A. The Cypher will stay B come hell or high water, and they like to just float around mid. Either it's the Sova or it's the Jet watching over those mid angles. So you can start making a plan, right? That's mid smoke's gonna come through, and it's a nice start.
Yeah, great
Almost.
dodge there by Noshiro. Doesn't get scanned. And look at this aggression here.
He gets
Oh
one.
my god, through the tripwire and stun. Young Civic gets the kill. And with the ult as well. All the advantage on KC's side. They're able to fully retreat. Gets the ultimate orb as well. I mean, I don't want to say it's a repeat of split with these defensive holds, but we're seeing no action here on attack. Nothing is working. This is the buy round though, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. 4 guns on the side of LG. But KC, they're just looking incredible. They have an Ares here as well through mid.
Yeah, LG are gonna cut noise just a little bit. They can fake the door to put a little bit more pressure on B, but it's A that's the real problem, and it looks like Legend might have an inkling, and Young Civic as well. It's gonna stay alive and play for the noise, which there absolutely will be once that bomb starts to go down. Wait, he's getting moving a little bit. He wants to start taking a fight, and if Retired God is looking that okay, reveals his position now. Young Civic has to dodge the stun and dodge the bullets.
The rotates are coming through from KC. And yet no one has been killed yet. Bomb's gonna get planted. Brimmy's gonna get his full setup there as well. And look at that. All 5 players on CT looking to make a quick retake happen. But LG completely backed up. They don't want to get caught in the crossfire. A great eye is there, but nobody's on site to get scanned. Smokes are coming through. The dog as well. VeeKay knows where one is. Jam gets a kill with the ghost.
They're just sticking it.
VeeKay with the classic Fray with the Ares, and then Retired gets a kill with an aftershock. Okay.
My thanks.
Okay.
The retake seemed to work really well. The CT players swing out and win both fights into full rifles on towards elbow, and then I guess the main players are stuck behind a smoke, and the pressure coming in from, I don't even know what that's called, but like that little jump up towards A link, and the spike's not planted really openly, and I guess it's just planted for the play that's for the aftershock. That should buy time for the flood to come back, but it just didn't work. You don't have the players to flood back.
Yes, this
And
goes here.
KC take the bonus. All good. LG have full rifles though. They sort of saved a little bit.
I mean, that's true. I'm just hoping we finally see an attack side that is winnable. LG, 5 players leaning towards A, 4 going through. The breach ult is there. It hits no one though, because KC is just playing retake yet again. If it works, don't change it. Òvercome has full utility in hand, spams through the smoke. Nothing to be there though. And here comes this nade. Looking to get some damage. Does get some. VeeKay is in a great position though.
VeeKay?
One's right under him. Almost gets one, but
flash.
dashes back. Oh no, Òvercome gets 2. Ucklar gets another as LG showing life. Gets the round, and now it's 3-1.
Yeah, LG just decided to push up into A link and push up into spawn, which seemed to work for them because KC were staging for a retake, and VeeKay had a nice angle there. Unfortunately, he misses the shots and dashes back into a flash, which then gets him killed. But, you know, LG take that round. They manage their economy well, coming off of that bonus round loss, and they convert. So now, you know, opportunities. 2 off, a little bit off of 2 ultimates there. The Showstopper, the Nightfall. And they burn a Rolling Thunder 2 to get them on. Unlucky that it hits nothing, but now they want to go B, and it's just Fray and maybe VeeKay who's pushing up. VeeKay, that tiles fight could be really big. That gets rid of all of that flank utility. VeeKay wins it!
Wow. 4 players on the side of KC just converging onto one Cypher. But that means B is left completely open, but Òvercome gets tagged. Fray is known to work with her util expertly, but this time no kills come through as VeeKay gets 1. Òvercome does get a trade though. Legend gets another. All of a sudden these kills come through, but bomb hasn't even been planted yet. It's a 4v2. And fights are just being taken. 2 players left for LG. Last ones are standing, and KC looking to make some
Player standing.
work happen. VeeKay on for the 4K, gets taken down, but wow. KC just playing amazing at the moment.
VeeKay exploring through mid is just a crazy play to me. He has no util, no help, is just gonna walk up, you know? I'm here. You can't do anything about it, and clearly not, because Brimmy does not win that fight in tiles, and that means you don't have any late lurk options for the post plant, and Noshiro dies, I don't even know how, and no more smokes there to block off the market players, so in that 2v4 it's nearly impossible, because you're just gonna get slapped on from all sides.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're going to see 4 players leaning towards A. The initiator fade, though, is on B. Maybe looking to get some type of pick. And I want to say that's how they're playing it. Get a pick, attack that weak side on defense. And they're walking quietly. They're playing patiently. But Fray has her util everywhere. But, oh,
They
man,
can
this
walk past the trip if they're smart.
This trip doesn't cover it completely.
You can just jump it.
No way Retired's going to jump, right?
Just jump it.
Wait, Fray is looking where she needs to
Jumped
be.
into it!
Oh no, Fray isn't able to get that kill, and Òvercome goes through. Site taken here by LG.
Spike planted.
And oh, that's going to be a great molly, lands right on TheRetiredGod, but young CIVIC kills Noshiro. Able to dodge utility is critical in a game like this, but hitting shots is even better. Òvercome gets 1, Retired gets another, but 2 come through for KC.
1 enemy remaining.
Wait, or is it a 1v2? It's just Legend and 1v2. It's not,
Yeah, but
it's planted.
TheRetiredGod is 5 HP.
Cage noise. A peek maybe from TheRetiredGod. The double peek is there.
Wow.
That got really dicey though. I thought for sure KC had that in the bag. But in the end, it's LG who get on there without expending a single ultimate. Look at their bank now. 3 ults and 2 more well on the way.
There.
This could get, you know, out of hand pretty quick for KC, and that bonus round win, the advantage it gives you might be getting mitigated here. But on the other side, you know, plenty of ults there. VeeKay has the knives too. Legend with a Hunter's Fury. Slow that down. The smoke's gonna come through. Looks like they just want to start pushing up here. The slow contact can come big. Ucklar, oh, the dash gets popped. The showstopper as well.
Goes into
He doesn't
the
pop
nade.
it.
Unfortunately, it looks like the blast pack animation was still active. And it's just havoc through mid. 3 ults have been popped. All the duelists looking for a fight. Only 2 survive, but VeeKay, 1 HP as TheRetiredGod, catches Jam in the jam. And now LG looking to take B. But wow, VeeKay swings out 1 HP with full confidence. But, I mean, when you're 1 HP, you can't really do much with that. LG takes a bomb plant. And now we're going to be seeing a retake here. KC do have 2 extremely strong members still alive. Fray is there, young CIVIC going through CT, but look at the util on the side of LG. Breach, TheRetiredGod has everything. Similar to Fade. But young CIVIC takes the fight before util can even come out. Still full HP as well. The molly gonna hopefully hit, and it does. Noshiro looking to maybe take a peek. But oh man, I was scared there for a second. Another molly kill falling to TheRetiredGod, but thankfully Noshiro gets the 2K and wins the round.
TheRetiredGod again with these just slow contact plays. You can't really call it a lurk either. He's just walking up. There's no Cypher utility to stop him, and even when there was, he's just been breaking it and pushing forward anyway. He's rewarded with a kill, and we saw that happen on Split, and we're seeing that happen now. They have to start holding on to these sites. They can't rotate too fast, and try to play for those retakes that worked so well. Full rifles though. Plenty of tools still to work with for the rest of the half. And it took a lot out of LG.
Indeed it did. LG looking to go A yet again. This time though, not quietly at all. A blast pack to get an interesting fight angle as Ucklar takes down young CIVIC before the sun could even hit. Their util is perfect here on attack, and
Spike down A.
we're gonna see if that makes a difference. Bomb does go down as Òvercome takes down Fray. Cypher buffs does mean that ultimate does still go off, but Òvercome does not care. Takes down 2 for the round. The nade is active yet again. Boombot to see if more action is yet to be had, but no one is there. 1 player CT, 1 coming late through mid. And we're gonna see if anything can happen. Brimmy takes down Jam, and now it's just a 1v4. Do you save here? Do you take a fight, ruin their economy? But oh no, if there's that type of setup, you just have to make a run for it. VeeKay looking to wrap around, maybe getting a kill here on Brimmy. It looks like he might be the one in danger. Still 120 HP, but looking to play the safe angle. Kryo, so far we're seeing a different side on attack. We're seeing a different type of fire ignited under these players. How does the defense respond to this type of aggression? What are they doing wrong?
It feels like Òvercome has been able to get around the Cypher setups, either because Fray's dead, or they're over the trips, or there are no trips. But, you know, that feels like every option, and every option has just kind of worked anyway. They're able to push through any utility that they find because their comp is just so good for it. They have plenty of stuff to be able to break the trips, plenty of stuff to get around it with kind of everything they want, and with players like TheRetiredGod and players like Ucklar that are just going to support the entry and just take space on their own. It feels like the defense is going to be hard pressed to hold whatever they want to be holding, but now they're going to be forced onto a lower buy here. 2 players buying a lot lower than the others.
This time though, everyone's going B. We're going to be seeing the Cypher here from LG. BRIMMYWITDAHEMI just sitting outside of A, waiting for an aggression, but the aggression is going to come from the own team. Hopefully, finally, a fast hit here as well. The util is there, the dog is out, and so is Òvercome on site. But nobody is dead on the side of KC. Until now, Òvercome gets 1, KC Jam and Legend get the other 2 though. And all of a sudden, LG has the advantage.
VeeKay?
KC, that is. VeeKay, what an incredible shot. Practically pre-fires the opposing duelist.
Okay.
VeeKay is not. Oh man, VeeKay is here.
He's mad.
VeeKay has finally arrived to the scene. Does go down though as Noshiro takes him out. But this is impossible. A 1v3 playing into so many. And KC Jam with the stinger take them out. Finally having a response here.
It was a nice play from KC. I don't know how Fray lives that long, and she manages to live long enough for the trip to come up and give Jam a free kill through a smoke. And Òvercome is able to get onto the site pretty quickly, but VeeKay with that hero rifle grabbing 2 or 3 was just the switch that they needed to flip to win that round. And as well, Legend pushing up with a teammate out to flush out Brimmy, who is playing for a lurk, playing for late kills outside of A, is great for them too. So they're just winning the fights that they need to win and staying alive where they need to. Otherwise, if it works, it works, right? Phoenix ult getting aggressive.
And this time you have a breach ult for this aggression, but young CIVIC, I mean, you have your ultimate and you do get stunned, so you keep having to push through, but unfortunately nothing was able to get anywhere with that. That being said though, Legend gets a kill with his ultimate. The Sova ult goes through as Òvercome looking to peek. Young CIVIC stunned by breach is able to kill because Òvercome was 1 HP, and Noshiro great at doing what they do, get 2, and now it's a 3v2. LG looking to hold their own, preventing this retake. 2 players about to walk through in CT. Fray using that cage to get that advantage as well. Legend peeking around the corner, takes down Ucklar, making it a 2v2. This is a daunting task, but completely doable. You do have to play through this breach util, and Aftershock is still there. Time's running out. Fray and Legend clearing the corners together.
1 enemy remaining.
Yeah, market control.
Noshiro peeks out, gets the distraction, does fall, but TheRetiredGod gets the trade. And we're all tied up. No way this game goes to overtime, right?
That market control from Noshiro there was so critical, especially when you hit the B site. Having that control gives you a free crossfire onto the bomb plant from main as well. So having those 2 players split up means even if you double up with Legend and Fray, you are hard pressed to win those 2 fights, and it works out in LG's favor. As well, they almost sort of blundered too. Young CIVIC was hit by the breach ult and is just kind of left alone long enough for the stun to wear off and is able to get 1. That could have gotten dicey, but it's not too bad now. There's no Cypher utility to stop until they push CT or out of elbow. And it's just young CIVIC and Fray here to hold back the A push. Come up and, oh, there's the fight.
Oh no, that is a bomb as well. Grimmy able to recover it. It looks like Omen is going to attempt to TP for some information. Won't stick it this time though. Yeah, Plant's going to come through nice and safely. 5 players though on the side of KC. Noshiro's in position. Òvercome still has that ultimate that they might be looking to use, and indeed they do. Oh
Legend
my
again!
God, the Legend with the tracking. It's like it's Apex. Getting the kill.
One enemy
Jam!
remaining.
Oh my God, looking to make a crazy play, but to no avail. KC Fray take them down, and I mean, that was a great retake, but what the hell was Legend there doing?
This guy does
Amazing
not
play
care.
to track that Razor in the air.
This guy does not care.
Last round
Just
in
throw
the
anything
half.
at him and he'll just sit there and shoot back, because that's the second result that he's plucked out of the sky like an anti-air battery. But yeah, 6-5 is still very close. Both sides playing a very good game here, but last round of the half, KC looks like they should be advantaged with the better weaponry. That doesn't, but you know, I don't think that matters anymore.
Yeah, we have 3 ults here left. No one else really coming close other than Young Civic off by 2. Last round of the half, so hopefully chaos ensues. Only 1 fatal though. I mean, Cypher ult is great and all, but it's definitely not a star-studded play like Breach or Raze. But I mean, I don't know.
Face your fear.
LG looking to make
This is
some
a
type of fake play, but they're
interesting
not really
fake.
getting that much space. They get the fatal on 3 players on B, which is incredible, but they're just walking up on A. They're giving the defenders time to respond, but they're not
Young
using
Civic is
that
still
to their
here.
advantage. Òvercome with a really weird fight on KC. Young Civic does take him down with an off peak. And yeah, LG is just in a prime position now. Post plant is in hand. 5 players are alive. Cypher hopefully going down.
Fray? What a
What?
spam. I'm not sure quite how that happened, but the fake was good to get them onto the site. Legend scanned up the breach aftershock.
Oh my
Retired
God.
God?
The tripwire. The tripwire is stunning them, and then the breach aftershock killing
One
them.
enemy remaining.
These Cypher utils are incredible by both sides. And wow, Noshiro switches to the... Man, what is happening? We've seen 2 aftershock
Switching
kills, a
sides.
molly kill, and it's 6-6. We're looking like an overtime is on our hands.
Both teams looked so balanced there on their respective sides, but now when it's flipped, this could be a difference maker here. KC now gets to leverage that double duelist comp, the dive from VeeKay, and Young Civic for the follow-up or for a late lurk wherever he decides to go. He's got plenty of tools to get himself wherever he wants, and a molly just in case he takes a little bit of extra damage from whatever source it may be, but Legend not going to buy shock darts, so you can't quite shock that first B main trip. Looks like they want to play heavy towards A though is LG. You see like Breach, looks like he wants to get ready for a stun, and Ucklar right next to that barrier for elbow. They want to push off of that util. The haunt comes through. Nothing.
I mean,
Just B main now.
this is scary. I'm not gonna lie. You do have the Cypher util to get through. And oh man, just when I thought that was gonna be punishing, Cypher backs off, and VeeKay doesn't care. Tagged with the cam, still peeks and gets that 1 tap on the Noshiro. Jam gets another and Òvercome.
Òvercome?
Oh my God. Great positioning to play around the the flash that was about to come out. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but regardless, intentional is intentional as VeeKay gets another.
Oh, what a shot.
Òvercome absolutely destroys that momentum. Gets a 3K,
One enemy remaining.
but nobody expects Jam in the smoke. Left all alone now in a 1v2. Fakes a TP, has to get off bomb. Legend and Jam working together. Ucklar's 1 HP. The drama is there, but no way this is winnable. Time is running short as Legend is aware. Playing with his food, even though the player's 1 HP, looking for a knife fight, but it won't come through. Another 3K as KC Jam takes him down and everyone dies. Round goes to KC, but wow, that was one way to end that round.
Jam hiding in the smoke is crazy to me because I don't think anyone will expect the Omen to be hiding in the smoke on the site there. Because VeeKay shows presence towards CT, gets cut down by a gorgeous shot from Òvercome, let's be honest, but manages to get away with 3 before going down. And Legend is pretty obviously towards B main there. He's shown his face a couple times and the drone came through as well, but it's Jam with the just last minute chaos confirmed the round for KC, and now they have an advantage here. They just have to not lose the bonus or the anti-eco. I've made that mistake twice now, and that's fine. This is fine. The shot comes through. Òvercome just sticking out just a little bit.
God. It's horrible for LG. the two duelists on the side of KC just getting these kills as Legend gets another.
One enemy remaining.
Wow. I mean, the kills are coming through left and right. I know that they are on a round where they have the gun advantage,
Okay,
but
they're dead.
man,
Take what's useful.
you hope to see at least some type of economical damage there as well for KC, but get forward, get the bomb plant down, and man, getting these guns into this next round is great.
An agent like Phoenix in Young Civic's hands, this guy will go wherever he wants and he will make you suffer, because that late mid push, the main players take all of the aggression. There are 4 players grouped up in your market, and it's the mid push that punishes that. It's the mid push with Young Civic and Fray as that second layer punishing Retired God as that last kill. It's gorgeous play.
Yeah, let's see what magic they can do here now. Not really much to work with in terms of ults, but a Bulldog, 3 Spectres, and a Deagle. It looks like they're going to take that aggression here on A. Young Civic going through mid, looking to see if they can get some type of kill, but LG, they're playing smarter than that. But this timing, though,
Timing
the
in mid.
push is going to come through on A, but wow, Noshiro is aware. Smoke about to dissipate, looking where they need to be. But no one's on A to stop a potential plant other than this util. Noshiro is 1 HP. Great positioning here by almost everybody in this lobby. Oh no, the tripwire combo with the
another one.
aftershock. How does this keep happening? Oh man, these tripwires from both sides are so oppressive. I mean, how do you even counterplay against that? Having to move fast, especially when time is running out. Wow.
Player standing.
Legend able to get one, a trade comes through, and you know what? If you're LG, you're happy with what happened. That being said, though, KC gets a bomb plant, takes down 3 on their own eco. That's beautiful. Both sides are happy. The round goes to LG, and man, does Cypher need a nerf?
No, leave him. He's fine. Don't touch my boy.
I say remove tripwires.
No. Don't touch my boy.
Just remove
He's
the
fine.
tripwires. That's all I want.
Cypher is
I hate
beautiful the
playing
way he
against
is.
This should do.
But
It
that
seems like
was
these rounds are
Let's
just
go
decided by these tripwires. Every single time.
that's another aftershock kill too. I'm not sure how they keep happening, but it's a travesty that they do.
This should do.
I think we nerf Breach, yes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Breach is the problem, not Cypher. Never blame Cypher.
Remove Split and remove Cypher, and I'd play this game every single hour of the day. LG looking to make some type of defensive hold here on mid, but again, LG is known for not overextending their peaks. They're waiting for KC to come to them. They are playing attack. They are playing defense. KC looking for a mistake, but mistakes don't come through that easily. It is grand finals. However, Legend is about to come into contact with Òvercome. It looks like he might be looking to peek here as well.
Oh, that fight might be big, Legend.
Wow,
Wins that.
does get that kill, and now mid's completely open. LG have 3 players towards B. They have to rotate that breach over, and
Timing.
oh no, VeeKay was looking for that tripwire, but Brimmy peeked out. Oh, what? Damn.
Let him cook.
Damn, retired God with a pre-fire. Young Civic looking to catch Ucklar. A molly for a dog. Who wins that fight? One gets mollied, one gets
30
blinded.
seconds left.
And yeah, KC Young Civic takes care of business as bomb is about to get planted. It's a 3v3. Util is in hand as Jam is ready to blind the 2.
Oh, wait, you're
Noshiro,
sure
though,
though?
wow. Gets tripwire and
One
still gets a
enemy
kill
remaining.
and does get a second?
Okay, wait.
One enemy
Swing.
remaining.
Oh, Noshiro.
How many Noshiro 3Ks have there been in this entire match? It seems like it's in every other round occurrence.
I've run out of fingers to count them, man. Like, I only have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fingers? So it must have been more than 10.
I
Tech
mean,
pause.
counting is really hard to do, and looks like we're
Counting
going to
is
see a
hard.
tech pause in chat. As we take this break, though, looking into this next round, it's all tied up 8-8. Kryo, one side has a Phoenix ult, the other has a Raze ult. What happens here? How does either side find a way to get an advantage and create distance from the other?
Well, KC looked like the money is not very good, right? Young Civic with just the Stinger and Fray buying down to 450 with a Vandal Light Sheet. Monkey in chat, in case you guys couldn't see it, which you probably couldn't. And that's a shame, because Monkey is always very cool. But KC are on a lower buy. They've got some ultimates, sure, and VeeKay is one off of the Bladestorm. So he's got a couple options. He can play for an orb or buy up now and pop the Bladestorm next round, but they've got, I don't know, I'm hoping to see something very funny out of them with the lower weapons. Because they're on attack now, right? So they can just sort of funnel wherever they want. Brimmy has consistently been playing that B site, so if you're able to just run up through mid, get around the raise util and the breach util, get around the trips, and yeah, it looks like they're just gonna rush mid, smoke off that market door and rush mid. I love this.
Very true. One thing I would like to see though, 2 Omen ultimates. Some type of creativity has to come through. The risks that you need to see, especially with 5 players going through mid. RetiredGod gets away safely. The stun though hits 3 players on the side of KC. And wow, there's just so much util. The boom bot, the raise nade, the flash, the ultimate. Òvercome, satchling up on this VeeKay. Gets a double ding with a Spectre in the air.
Spike down mid.
Somehow still alive as well, looking to dash out, but RetiredGod is having none of that nonsense. LG survive with 4 as Young CIVIC looking to make a hero play. Gets 1 with the stinger. Hits 2. Oh my god. Gets a reload.
1 enemy remaining.
Got the headshot as well. Oh my goodness. What looked like horror on the side of KC turns around immediately.
There's the creativity. I mean,
Young CIVIC needs to get a gun here, and looks like he's swapping out a stinger for another one. 1 with bullets this time, though. Ucklar sneaks into CT. Young CIVIC doesn't get that timing. And oh man, look at Jam playing with these smokes. I mean, how do you even push into that?
like this, I suppose. Looks like Jam's not aware,
like
yeah.
That. Ucklar, eye in hand. Young CIVIC is tagged. Oh man, tries to get the flash shot, but you just don't have time to do that. LG, get the round.
Yeah, that may be around for LG, but if you're KC, you will absolutely take that. You've burned 2 ults that, admittedly, one charges super fast and the other one doesn't give you that many offensive tools. But Young CIVIC pulling out magic with the run it back. He grabs 2 out of nowhere. I'm not sure how, but he just gets away with it for free and able to get the bomb down and kill 4 players. And look at LG's economy. It's not very healthy at all. This round, if they lose it, this could be an eco for them and put KC on top and in the lead in the scoreline. But bit of a change up. I don't think Brimmy has time to set up. So there are not going to be very many trips here if they push fast enough. Just the one.
That's true. KC does have to be careful for this retake.
And he manages to land it.
Oh man, VeeKay dashes out, somehow alive, even though he did get tagged.
What?
Oh no, not looking where you need to be. KC get 2 as VeeKay takes an unexpected Cypher fight. There's still a Fatal, there's still a Breach ult, even with that kill on Òvercome, but in a 2v5, you have to get kills before using any of these ultimates.
VeeKay!
But the kills are only coming through from KC. VeeKay takes on Ucklar. And now it's all up to RetiredGod. Stun in 8 seconds. Ultimate there as well, but this is just trouble. This setup is incredible. Look at KC. Everyone is there, and everyone is where they need to be as Young CIVIC takes down RetiredGod in a flawless victory round, tying the game up to 9-9.
I want to again call out the way KC used mid, because this time it's just Fray, who's seemed to be late working tiles very often. And it works out again because I don't think Noshiro is ready for it. The door wasn't closed before they start to defend the site, and the back is just turned at the wrong time. And Fray has both cages to get out for free, and it's a flawless. The attacks are just so good. But now LG on an eco, 1 sheriff for Noshiro, and that sheriff is still terrifying. But not too much aggression just yet. That hunt comes through in main. Fray dodges it.
Yeah,
Smoke
4
threatening a mid
ultimates
push too.
still on the side of LG. They have to be able to use these before, losing any players. Last round, they got picked off 1 by 1. You can't make a same mistake like that again. And looks like, it's all quiet, but the smokes have been used for the side of LG.
Oh, jump peek. 1 spotted.
No more smokes to work with. They know that some type of default action is happening from KC. But they're just waiting. Both sides are waiting for a mistake to be made, but no mistakes again. When the nerves are up high like this, you have to play precise. You have to play technical. And KC looking to regroup outside of A. I want to say a smoke is up now for LG. Maybe coming through here soon. But both smokes go down from KC. Retired God, classic in hand, is able to get one. Almost got two. Wow.
30 seconds
Two
left.
players on the side of LG get kills with the classic. Three now. Wait, no.
One enemy
Nice trip.
remaining.
Oh my gosh. The Cypher util is out.
It's all on Brimmy now in a 1v2. Both players isolated. Not bad for Nico, but can they make it just that much more painful? So want to take that first fight onto Jam, that first contact there, the jiggle peek. Okay, confirmed. Does not want to take the fight, it's going to TP out, but that's kind of
Playing
it. Time
smart.
to start ticking down.
Yeah, playing with their teammate Jam and oh man, Jam and Fray. Just running towards CT. They don't even want to deal with Brimmy, saving their guns, saving their
Found my
eco.
wire.
Taking that round and taking that lead. It's 10-9. LG. Or sorry, KC.
We know more than we did before.
That's a good round though from LG. You kill 3 players at sort of no cost really. All you really burned was a Cypher ult, unless that came out a lot
This
later.
is a nice spot.
But yeah, I don't know how RetiredGod got one, but he did. Just kind of tucking in a corner, which is all you can really ask for in an eco, but now you're gonna want a little bit more.
Keep up.
It's a gun round, and you've got a Rolling Thunder for a retake, a Nightfall in the same vein, but full 4 push for KC. B main watched by 3 players here and the trips, and it looks like the rotations are already coming through. Look at LG. They hit VeeKay hits every trip. I mean, that's just unfortunate, and the Rolling Thunder is going to slow them down a little bit, buy time for those rotates. But Fray, the mid fight needed to be won, but it doesn't look like she wants to take it. It's just Legend here. Òvercome might not be looking at the right angle. Fox giving Òvercome a little bit of time. I think he hears the rotate as well. It looks like, yeah, the communication is there. Noshiro and Ucklar on their way back, trying to flush out these corners if possible.
Joke's over. You're
Phoenix ult comes in. That should be the site for them. Going down the dog. Nothing much. Okay, elbow's clear. Site's clear. Just CT that sees, doesn't hit anything. But it's this big flank that needs to come in from Òvercome. The trip will be that first adversary, and a one-way too to stop him from swinging that. The trip comes through. Legend is popping the ult. Òvercome
Oh my
capitalizing
god.
too.
Wow, what a great play by Òvercome. Jam does completely
Last
shut that
player
down though.
standing.
And oh my god, LG is just... Wow, when LG is going and playing in a dominating fashion, they look unstoppable. Both of these teams, when they are in their own playstyle and in their own game, in their own playbook, it's just flawless. But you just have to see the counterplay from counterplay round to round. It's 10-10, but these rounds make it look like it's a 13-0.
Yeah, and that is such a nice timing from Òvercome too. As soon as that Sova ult is popped, you know that's one less gun that can be pointed at you, and it doesn't look like Young Civic was ready for that flank either. And that collapse, that pinch, makes the site players all the more suffocated. And when you get suffocated, the stress mounts, and you can't quite win those gunfights. But the nice play from LG, it's a good retake. I want to point out that Nightfall as well. We have a little bit of time. The sound deadening makes sure they know they can't be tapping it, but oh, VeeKay wants to take a fight. Or does he? He does. I think he does, yes. Takes a nice advanced angle. That dart will clear out market. Drone from mid, perhaps? Yeah, it'll spot just the one.
Yeah,
Noshiro dodged it.
KC's taking all the mid space that they need, but not any from the defensive side. Noshiro takes on VeeKay as Fray. Jam, RetiredGod, Òvercome, kills coming through. Now it's a 3v2. The Raise Rocket's still on the side of LG as they're gonna go towards A. KC trying to get some type of advantage back into this game. And here we go, Fray, those tripwires, the notorious things that have stopped retakes again and again.
Camera taken out.
Oh no.
Not
They're
another
on
one.
the cam and they stayed alive. There's hope for KC into this round as this Aftershock isn't able to capitalize what it needs to do. But here we go. Do they commit the ult? Indeed they do. The sun is there.
Standing.
And now they know where the last is.
Legend.
To make magic happen. On for 2, looking for the third. Has a dart if they want. 1 HP as well. Oh my god, Brimmy. Knowing that Legend gets a 3K clutch. The right click tries to come through from Brimmy, but unfortunately 26 damage isn't enough for 30 HP as KC take the 11th round.
Yeah, you absolutely time out after that.
Oh man.
You totally time out after that. Oh my god.
Way. That's insane. That is, I mean, listen, last game I talked about hero plays. In this game, I'll repeat it yet again. However, last time, though, it was LG that kept having heroic after heroic efforts by their individual players. This time, Legend is showing us why he is legendary.
Yeah, they commit a lot into that too. Òvercome with the result just commits into a 3v2. You usually would not do that, but if it's Legend and Fray, I understand. I'd be terrified of those two. They're in my nightmares, man. You see Legend and Fray in a dark alley and you run. You run far because that 3K is nasty.
Well, I mean, Kryo, listen. We're seeing play after play work from both teams. There's not one clear mistake that's being made. If anything, maybe the creation of Cypher and his tripwires, but that's nonetheless.
Okay, man.
Listen. Okay, that being said, though, I mean, the ultimates in play aren't really that impactful right now. So what can KC do to continue this in going on to B? Because I feel like B site is where they can win. They just have to take care of that middle section of the map.
Every time they've exec'd B, VeeKay has seemed to just die because he dashes into every Cypher trip. Every single time it gets moved a little bit. Hey, we'll move it here. Hey, we'll move it here. VeeKay is like, Cypher trip. And, you know, it also helps to get that first kill. Legend is definitely feeling it.
It does, especially on the opposing team's duelist. Òvercome does go down. And finally, KC does have this advantage here. There are no tripwires on B, but I guess they won't even find out because they are not caring about taking that push, and maybe they're going to try to work through magic. Sorry, work through mid here, working some magic. No smokes have come out, though. And oh man, Noshiro gets tagged up, having to fall back into spawn now.
Yeah, that is tragic for them. Noshiro needed to hold on to that mid space, but now it's just on the retired god who has to focus on both angles. That haunt will clear up just one of them for him, so now it's all onto him for mid. But KC, pick of the litter now. They can go wherever they want. They want to push into market. They want to push into the sun god. The stun comes through. He's ahead of it. VeeKay.
God. VeeKay dodges the stun. Gets that space, and now just one player left. Do they see Ucklar, though? Ucklar sees them. Gets one. Immediately traded. Great here by the duelist combo on KC. And Noshiro, 40 HP, dead to one Vandal shot.
Cover going out.
Oh man, this is terrifying. KC on the way to win their 12th round. Are we going to be seeing a save here by LG?
You have to. You're broke. Noshiro has 0 credits, and if he only gets 1,000 from the save, he has to choose between buying full utility or buying shields of some kind. Same with Brimmy is in the same boat, but he's got himself just plenty of shields to work with. Just has to buy the util, and the rest of their team is gonna just be stuck on pistols for the match point. So KC have got themselves in a really nice position here. It's really just their game to lose at this point.
Wow. Forcing the save, going up 12-10, and you're only 2 ult orbs away from Legend having his Sova ult. If they can get onto site, if they can have enough players remaining alive to play a post plant against the retake that we've seen LG win again and again, this could be the end. This could be KC looking to get that advantage back into this match. And honestly, shifting momentum so horrifically to their side that you have to wonder if we might even see a 5th map.
Heavy mid, though. 2 players in mid with the stun, with the breach ult or utility that could help them. But Òvercome gets a little overzealous.
Oh, no!
VeeKay.
The duelists on KC just do not care. Oh my god. Is this it? Is this map 2? It's 5-3. Sova is planting. Legend 1 away from having his ult now. If he can get 1 kill, it's going to be impossible for LG to get back in the game. But with Fray getting kills like that, it doesn't matter whose ult you have. Brimmy keeps the dream alive, but TheRetiredGod has to peek into 2. And this might be it. Young CIVIC pops the ult. The blind comes through as Legend cleans it up.
Attackers win.
KC in a game that seemed tied up again and again, round after round, get a 3-round advantage and take map 2. Kryo, is this the momentum we need?
That was LG's map pick. That was LG's chance to punch back after the overtime loss, but it's KC who just make the move. 13-10 is your scoreline, but those rounds were a lot closer than they feel. Than even the scoreline can tell you.
I mean, just simply, wow. That game was neck and neck, but again, it's those last couple rounds of every single game that really matter the most. And when that happened, and when everything needed to come through, young CIVIC and VeeKay just opened the map up for their team, and they were able to just aggressively push through and through. Any last words, crowd, before we go into break and onto this 3rd map?
Next up is Lotus, and if you're like me and you like watching good Valorant, you will stay planted in your seat.
Yeah, okay, that being said, before we leave though, I do have to let everyone know Potato Aim is coming to finish casting for this stream. I do need to leave. However, you guys are in good hands. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back after this 5-minute break, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Michael's leaving.
Have a great night.
Everybody say goodbye, Michael.
Goodbye.
Get a real good look at all of you and feel no fear. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna try and get the shitty things out of my head, out of my head, out of my start singing, never put them down, leave them hanging, maybe shed a tear, I'm begging you. The wheels on your mind gonna slow down, the grips on your heart letting go now, and everything you need gonna show now. I'm telling you to let forget. Take a pill up my pocket and take the hole up my chest. Take my spirit away from the dark and clear it from pain. Take my problems and blur them until they're fading away. I'm really fearing the fight, and I'm fearing I might run into killers on my way to spread my wings in the night. There's colors in my eyes and fire in the sky. I'm pretending that I'm flying. Put your hands up, start singing. Never put them down, leave them hanging. Maybe shed a tear, I'm begging. On your mind, gonna slow down. The grips on your heart, letting go now, and everything you need gonna show now. I'm telling you to let it go. To let
Tell me, is it clear that I still wanna be? I see you denying when I know that I made it clear. I want you to know that I'll be close through the darkest when the sky is getting bright. I'll hold you and never let you go. When you're falling, I'll be closer. I want you to know that I'll be close through the darkest when the sky is getting bright. I'll hold you and never let you go. When you're falling, I'll be closer. I'll be
Hello, welcome back, VDC. Shockingly, I'm not MichaelSark. I'm Potato Aim. I'm going to be replacing him for the rest of this series. Unfortunately, he had an emergency come up, but I am here today with Kryo. Kryo, I have been watching the stream. I've been watching those first two maps. That's incredible. From a 10-3 comeback where they were down 7 rounds, KC has pulled 2 maps out. Kryo, what is going on through your head as you watch these 2 maps and as you cast?
I have to repeatedly mute my mic because I'm cussing.
We'd be
Because
cussing too.
what am I? The magic I am seeing, the miracles is, I don't know how they pull it out. More recently, Legends 3K, young CIVIC running it down with a stinger and the run it back. Okay, I almost did it again there. Òvercome acing with a sheriff and B Heaven on split. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, even though KC has pulled 2 solid wins out of this series so far, they've been close. One was an OT and the other one was 13-10. I mean, you know, from that comeback to pretty much going round for round on Sunset, this has not been easy for KC to pull. And so now we're going to see, going into this next map, this map could cement KC's first win in Apprentice, and possibly overturn the fact that LG has won every odd round, every odd season, excuse me, in BDC so far. Or, you know, LG could turn it around and win 3 straight maps from here. They could, you know, do a total mental reset and win 3 straight maps. This is such a fun series to watch, to cast, to do everything for. Kryo, are you ready for the next map? I actually don't know what the next map is because I forgot to pay attention.
It's Lotus, but imagine the content of KC go up, X scoreline, LG come back for a reverse sweep. We'd be here forever, but if that happens, if the script gods are willing it so, I would be so down.
Yeah, I mean, this has been so fun to watch. I have some info here that MichaelSark left me with, which is that Ucklar and Òvercome have known each other for 10 years, 10 plus years
Really?
from the league. Yeah, they've been together for a while, and I know for a fact that Brimmy and TheRetiredGod are also friends. They came into VDC together, did not expect to be on the same team together as well. You know, LG has a team mostly of rookies with only one person returning from the past seasons and from the past team, but as you can see, they have made a hell of a run. And as we go into Lotus, we're going to see some of the picks come through. We see Harper being picked on the side of LG. That's so interesting.
Harper is good here, though. I love that guy. Funny
Harper
waterman.
is good here. Yeah, I used to play him a lot when Lotus first came out. And a Gecko? Okay.
Gecko has sort of found his niche as like a Sky replacement, right? You can flash very often, and the little man with the plant, and he can sort of run at you and sneeze at you, and you're stunned. The mosh pit's very good in a post plant as well. So Gecko would not be a bad pick here. I like the Harbor. Retired Gods going back to the faithful breach. Ucklar this time going to Duelist instead of Òvercome, which I didn't notice until now, but I noticed.
Yeah, they've been swapping around a lot of roles, which has been super interesting. Òvercome was on Ray's the first map. I don't remember what he was on the second, but Ucklar was Fade, and now he's Ray's as well. It seems to be that a lot of them are flexes. We've seen Retired on Breach consistently. I think if you've paid attention in any of the chats, Breach is his boy, as he likes to say. He is a Breach fanboy. On the side of KC, we see also a pretty standard comp. 3 agents are the same. We have Breach, Raze, and Cypher. Whereas, you know, we have the difference in smokes and duelists in the side of KC for Omen and for Jet versus Harbor and for Raze.
Yeah, KC love that double duelist, and to see them continue what could be the last map of the series, I mean, your meta can not like the meta game can, you know, go wherever it wants, but it has no place on the KC Apprentice team, and. Hey, we do what we want. If we can shoot back, then we will.
Looks like Casey's going to be starting on attack too. Maybe they're sitting around having a coffee.
It's important,
Very
you know?
appropriate.
You gotta get the
Very appropriate.
Kingdom coffee, as it
Kingdom
seems.
for Kingdom coffee, you know? Having a little cappuccino before the game, and now it looks like they're going to start C, grouping up for a strong C take. No lurks, just one trip to stop any A push out of A, whereas it looks like LG is actually doing a stack onto A, pushing out fast, leaving the one person, the Cypher, on site for C as they make this fast to execute. Gets caught by the trip, but they're still going to manage to make it through. Brimmy is able to take one, but is promptly traded out by Jam, and the plant is going to be going down here onto
Yeah, they've got themselves mound control though for the side of LG, and that'll make it pretty easy for them to retake, but it looks like Retired is stuck in waterfall. And they're gonna, and KC are gonna take that CT control. Okay, so RetiredGod might be in a bit of trouble here as soon as he makes himself known. Legend. Okay, goodbye, Legend.
And it looks like LG's just going to deathball into sight here, taking this space fast, and now all of a sudden, KC has lost sight completely. They are going to go for the defuse. Now it's all up to Fray.
Fray?
Able to take down 2, but with Wingman defusing, there is really no chance as the rest of LG pushes into CT to take down Fray, and that's the first round on the board for LG.
Yeah, it's a great way to flip the map from LG. They take that A space super fast, and as soon as Brimmy realizes the Avengers are on him, he's like, okay, yeah, we'll just full flank them. They're welcome to do whatever they want on the side. Brimmy got his one, and the retake works. I don't know if KC was ready for 3 players rushing at them from main.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think that they were probably expecting a pretty traditional retake, a lot of players coming from CT, but not from behind them. I mean, the trip was broken, so they had to have known, right, that they were coming, but I don't think in that way. And now it looks like it's going to be a 5-stack into B with KC on the weaker weapons. They're going to have to take this fast once they start. Again, they're going to have to take space, but 3 people are already in Broken Door, and Noshiro and Òvercome are able to take down 2. Already going to be a fast retake. All KC can hope for now is to maybe get 1 kill and the bomb down, which they have accomplished one of those things. But there's still 5 alive left for LG.
VeeKay in a nice
One
spot.
coming from behind with Ucklar, and the defense is already coming through, all up to VeeKay, but armed with nothing but a frenzy. There's absolutely nothing he can do there. And another round for LG.
They got the bomb down. All good.
They got the bomb down.
All good. We're gun round now. This is where you could start flexing those attack side game plans. Lotus, even after the changes, I would still say it leans attack sided, right? Because you have so many avenues to pressure the defenders from, and the defenders have to cover that. It leaves you spread super thin, and with a double duelist comp, you can pressure more than one at once if they choose to, which I don't know if they will. They could end up going B again, but it looks like LG are going to gamble stack C, and they've gambled correctly. They flipped heads this time.
They've got, you know, the Cypher setup there as well, but with 4 people they're pushing out.
What?
KC is aware of this push as well. They are just holding for this. Maybe he's trying to see if they can get more picks, but because they saw so much presence, they're unable to take down one. They're going to rotate fast. Ucklar trying to get one, but is swiftly checked and taken down. And KC is just going to rotate all to A. All in a storm. The Horde is approaching A. And the bomb's going to go down swiftly, planting for main. Whereas for LG, they are going to do that fast take, but Jam is holding for them. And the stun is also going to catch them unaware as well. And now it's just kind of a detente for LG versus KC. The wall's going to come through, but Legend and CIVIC are going to be watching for this as well.
Knife him, knife him, knife him.
Definitely going for the knife here. There isn't a knife. There isn't a knife coming through. He's running out of ammo, and there's nothing he can do. He falls. Good bonus, though. You saw that VeeKay and that young CIVIC were basically one shot away. Took a lot of chip damage out and a gun, but it would have been better if LG were able to convert those to full kills on their bonus.
Honestly, I was hoping to see more blood be spilled over in Mound with the clash of the Titans, you know, over there. But, you know, not to be. And it looks like LG are going to go back to their default A pressure. And it's done pretty well of stopping KC from, like, going anywhere near that in the early round. And it's just funneled them towards C.
Yeah, it looks like KC is aware that there could be Mound aggression again, like there was last round. But having not seen anything, they're just going to go for it for that Mound take. It's a 3-2 split. I think they're just trying to get the orb here and leave. And trying to see if anyone else pushes out. They are aware that, you know, LG has enjoyed taking space, has enjoyed flanking. I think they're aware that they could be pretty much anywhere and just meticulously clearing everything.
Òvercome's got some util to help.
He's got
TheRetiredGod. Òvercome. He's spotted.
Exactly.
Yeah, that angle unfortunately was too rough for Òvercome. And TheRetiredGod now stuck in Broken Room, forced to retreat as the bomb goes down onto B site. KC take their positions to stop LG from coming in. It looks like LG is just all scattered. CIVIC and Jam already pushed into CT and able to take one down as well. VeeKay also able to take one. LG just all in one bit by coming in one by one. Not defensible positions, and Retired is going to have to go and save 1 versus 5. Unless he wants to ace, there is no way LG can win this round.
Yeah, it's nice from KC too. They keep pushing out towards CT and catch Brimmy completely off guard. And that was something that we didn't see them do the previous maps, and it got them punished against the retake. And speaking of getting punished, VeeKay a little bit bloodthirsty there, but back to my point though. They were getting sort of punished on the... Unlucky. They were getting punished, especially on split against the LG retakes, where they couldn't effectively take space in the post plant and give themselves avenues to run to and like angles to shoot back from. And this time they keep doing it, and it keeps working for them. The second round in a row they're winning, and it forces LG down when eco. But you know, they're not out of the woods yet. Òvercome has the Thrash, TheRetiredGod with the Rolling Thunder that he got last round.
I did watch Òvercome ace with I believe with the Sheriff, right?
Yeah.
In the first map. So anything could happen for LG in this save round of theirs. I mean, they needed to win that last round. Again, KC aware that they could have pushed up Mound, but trying to clear that out with utility and with guns. That harbor wall also coming into that cascade coming in to kind of make KC kind of think a little bit. You know, did they push up? We're not sure. And it's just going to be defaulting.
They've got themselves a nice rotation too. They've got nice map control. It's just one person towards the A site, and I'm not sure if this was intentional, but LG have loved to stack on their lower buys, and this time I think they've called the bluff. They'll rotate immediately off of a stack, and with this trip, they'll rotate again. So this could either be genius, or it could just be unlucky, and the trip kind of gives them away. But all 5 players from LG, they're like, I smell trouble. They're trying to make it a lot more than double here.
Positioning of Fray, they're looking to get, you know, a lurk kill into B as the rest of their team actually takes sight onto A.
30
so
seconds
this
left.
could bring a lot of value. You see the ult being invested as well on the LG's eco. With the sun coming through, quickly clearing out the site, and all of a sudden there is no plant, and KC are on the back foot. Jam's able to take down 1, but quickly running out of time for KC to plant. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, and Fray alone just not being able to do anything. That's going to be another round for LG, turning that eco into a win for LG.
It's nice too. They're able to rotate fast enough, and I don't know if KC was ready for all 5 players there. In their heads, I'm guessing, hey, we make some presence C, and then we go A, but the trip getting broken, and they took their sweet time. LG were able to sniff out the trap and punish, and winning an eco there really benefits their economy, even if it took them some ultimates from it. But you'll take a round win for ults, that's what they're there for. 4 rifles now for both teams. Plenty of money, VeeKay. The Bladestorm if he chooses to pop it, but he could be saving that for the next round. Young Civic went off Showstopper, Legend went off a Rolling Thunder, and back to C. We've tried some trolling, no more.
And they're absolutely sure that nobody has crossed. That Cypher Cam was up early to try and clear that space out, but the utility being thrown out, Òvercome is able to take one down as well. As KC's take a suddenly stalled, Thrash being invested to clear out and push KC back out of C. Fray is also going to be detained, but there's all of KC covering Fray. And in fact, Legend is able to take down Brimmy. That's the Sentinel down for C. The question is now, does KC choose to take C anyway, or do they choose to rotate? With 2 members of LG back, that's probably going to be a take for KC, as they've now taken down 1 member of LG down. But in fact, they're actually going to pivot to B. This round has just turned into a series of rotates for both sides between B and C. They're just gonna go back. And now it's just Retired is back.
He has no more util too, just the stun there to slow them down. And it looks like he wants to maybe push up and take a fight. No, just in waterfall there. And Young Civic as well with some contact. RetiredGod. That's a great kill. It's a 2v3 now with 25 seconds. Time is running low, options thin. And they've got to push through. Showstopper there, that'll make this retake easy. And the plant, it's safe.
Yeah, now it's just up to 2 players. And KC now turning it into a 2v2.
The Rockets. Minus 16.
Ucklar is able to take Legend down. Now it's just a 1v2. Retired 1v1. Now it's just Civic and Ucklar. Raise against Raise. Ucklar is low. Wait, doesn't see them. Unfortunately, and that is just a round win for LG.
It's nice. It's very nice. And we can ignore the results because I'll wipe them from my brain real quick.
That was genuinely a very, very entertaining tit for tat between the Raises, both popping their showstoppers, the Breach versus Breach. I mean, it was just such a funny moment there for the 2 sides as they fought so hard to try and get control of the site. And it looks like we're going to be going into a tech pause as Jam has disconnected, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll be back very shortly.
I think they just got back too. So throw a quick R in there, make sure these teams are ready to get back into it. Small pause, but Potato, is there anything that you wanted to see as an adjustment from KC?
I think they're doing okay. I think that they have the right idea. It's just like unlucky timings and things for the side of KC when LG comes to retake. Retaking for LG is actually very, very strong in general. And it looks like we're actually back in the match as the timer now ticks down.
Get out of
my way. We're going to be taking into a pretty quickly for the side of KC.
Yeah, and this is a fast 5-hit here, but note the other side too. They've cleared out the rest of C. The blind's gonna come in, the dash as well. The trip will slow down the Bladestorm by just a little bit. BRIMMYWITDAHEMI, the up kill. That shuts down Young Civic, and now they've got themselves a man advantage situation. Look at the 2 on the flank. This trip will give them some awareness, but that'll corral them again into the site, again into these same problems that they saw in Split. Trip popped. Nothing for VeeKay. And they're LG are being patient. They're waiting for this flank to come in, and as soon as it does, Jam is going to be under a lot of pressure, and I think she hears it.
Line comes in. Coming in from LG.
They lived. VeeKay got 2. Okay, so the Rolling Thunder comes in as well from Legend just to slow the round down even more, and the op firing off one more. It's down to a 2v2. Retaking with the operator, maybe not advised, but
running out of time too.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot! VeeKay looking clean with this Bladestorm, and I would not hate the save there. Oh, goodbye.
Great round from the side of KC. I think they've been reading that LG actually really like pushing out of sites to flank as a group, and you can see that they were actually holding for that, even though the bomb was planted for site for that door positioning. You could see 2 people actually holding for that flank there, and promptly shut down LG's to retake very quickly, actually.
Could see a
Brew was
clash
able to
on A too. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you go ahead.
Clash on A, the stun nade could be pretty big. Young Civic taking more than a little bit of damage, but it's jam on the funny angle. The blind comes through, hits all 3. The flash as well. Can only confirm 1. But Ucklar managed to get 1 before getting out, and that, yeah, the utility is just so good from Legend there. And what?
Check his PC. Check his PC. That's
Might need
insane.
another tech pause to check this guy, because that's not normally. Down to 3 HP though is Young Civic, and they haven't pushed anywhere yet. It looks like LG just want to slow it down and regroup before they go for any retakes, but there is nothing to be retaken just yet. Small lull.
Yeah, 2v3, but Civic is literally on 3 HP. 1 shot on anywhere on his body or his legs will take him down. So KC do have to play this smart, play for trades as they take A site.
Yeah, some utility traded as well. The wall's gonna come through, and it looks like Fray wants to be that last minute difference maker. The Harbor ult as well. It'll reveal some positions, cause a little bit of chaos on the site, and let Noshiro push up. And looks like he has the wall, is walking it off. Legend wants to take the fight. Noshiro wins it. And Young Civic swings out. He's brought down so low though. BRIMMYWITDAHEMI has to clutch with an operator. Yeah, the door's got to be popped. Fray looks like they want to call the bluff and drops the gun. Just 2 bullets in this Vandal. Maybe not the thing you want to go for. Fray. There it is. Unlucky, I think.
As soon as Brimmy heard the footsteps from outside of main, he probably could have just stuck it to full.
Thanks.
But wow, that reckoning came through, and it definitely helped clear the site for LG. They were able to take that site, made it very, very close, but unfortunately that last 1v1 was not successful. Cypher versus Cypher, and now LG are on the back foot on that eco as KC and LG trade round for round.
Yeah, this C aggression might be punished though. VeeKay with the operator that he's known for. No one swings him actually, which is smart from LG, but they're on ecos here. Just a judge, some sheriffs.
He has no idea there are
go B.
2 people behind Mound. And in fact, Retired is already working his way up.
Oh, hello.
Peeking without utility, unfortunately.
Slow peeking it off. The guaranteed death there, I think. But another guaranteed plant too. The B site is theirs. The wall doesn't quite go long enough to cover B main, but I think it does the job. VeeKay again through the door? That's real. Ucklar though. The real kill of his own. The judge gonna ring true, but it's Fray. Look at this. Such a deep late lurk. They're gonna be able to pinch through the nade, causing a little bit of trouble. The cove broken immediately. Noshiro broken down. Òvercome to follow, and it's just Ucklar, and he's getting flanked. Wherever he goes, Fray can pick that one up.
They made you weak.
It's another round for KC.
That was a really, really good hold. VeeKay holding with the op. I mean, when you're playing with 2 duelists, you don't really need both of your duelists to be going in. He's holding for that push out of C. As I've said before, LG has been pushing out pretty much every other round. And so holding for that while the rest of his team is taking site is so smart, trying to catch that lurk as well. And so now we see the entirety of KC is going to be grouping up outside of A with nothing to really stop it. It looks like LG is just going to go fast, or is going to go for a retake onto A.
They've got ults for it too. A Showstopper, a Rolling Thunder. Definitely not lacking in the tools to get back this site. Good on them to be careful for that new corner though, and the blind to clear the rest of tree gives them plenty of control. But now as that door gets broken, it's going to be Young Civic getting pinched. The stun is good. Satchel to get by himself a little bit more time, but it looks like Noshiro wants that fight. The Rolling Thunder 2 to stop the plant. Legend gets cut off from it, but that's... Okay. Another trade of the showstoppers. Ucklar is going to come out on top, but it's VeeKay and Young Civic there with responses. Cypher comes through. Young Civic as well on top of the box. Going to pick up that last one. 4v2 now. Bomb not in hand. Both players for LG low, and it looks like Jam wants to make themselves a play.
One enemy remaining.
We'll
Fray,
note
though.
that Jam has the From the Shadows, so it doesn't even matter. Even if they didn't pick up the bomb, it didn't matter. Jam was gonna go running to a different site. But unfortunately for LG, they were not able to make good on that round. 2v4 is pretty tough. Not really optimal positioning either, even though the bomb was down. So, you know, LG really need to step it up a little bit with the retakes. Unfortunately, KC is able to just take too many down as they're taking site and as they are defending from this retake as well. Kryo, what would you see differently from LG in this? What's something you think has been lacking?
Extremity control. KC are sort of never worried about more than one angle more than 2 or 3 angles at a time, and usually they're in front of them, right? We saw the few rounds that LG were able to win. It's because they're able to box them in, surround them. But as the site comes in, it looks like Young Civic. Okay, Brew too close to the sun there. Retired God gonna put him down. And the flashes to confirm more positions, some more flashes, some utility. Chaos on the site. Jam though, profiting from it. He's gonna grab one more.
Retired has single-handedly stalled out Casey's entire C-take, forcing them to rotate now, with leaving VeeKay there just to hold for any pushes. You talked about that extremity control, but, you know, what's more punishing than an op holding an angle and holding that push?
2 ops, maybe 3.
2 ops, sure, maybe. More utility, more people. It looks like they're actually gonna fake A, but going to go back to C.
Yeah, and you can see Brimmy is rotating over as well. The stun was enough to sell it.
I mean, they've got the cam.
30 seconds
You know,
left.
they can tap it pretty quickly to see if there's anybody there, but it's been too quiet over on A. I think if I were LG, I would be saying, I think it was a fake.
I smell a fake here, and that trip is not going to get broken. Cam not checked either.
10 seconds left.
Oh, the
10
site is
seconds
so
left.
free here. And Fray with that B main fight needs to win it, but Ucklar coming up big.
Spike planted.
Taking down
Makes the
that
odds-
lurk.
Yeah, the lurk kill is big, and it makes the odds a little bit more even there. Maybe skewed towards LG as well, given the state of Jam's health bar, but VeeKay gonna hold the flank, and it looks like they just want to try to hold on to the site where they can. This retake should be easier for LG. Cove in, and Ucklar is gonna pop the door, looking for an angle. Jam though, from where? Ucklar as well, from where? Legend, Brimmy. It's chaos, but there's a breach ult now ready. It's gonna come through, and Legend will be able to stall it out just a little longer. Brimmy dodged it. Wingman comes through, he's gonna shoot it. Gets broken immediately. The double swing.
And
Brimmy.
the defuse is good, I think.
Do they have time? Do they have time?
They don't! Wow! A less than a second clutch in favor of KC.
Last round before the switch.
0.77 seconds, Kryo. What a clutch for Legend. Able to play enough time to buy his own team time to win that round. That looked so good for LG too. I thought as soon as Legend fell, that would have been over for that round, that it would have gone in favor of LG. But now all LG can hope for is potentially a 5v or a 5 rounds and going into the next half.
Well, they pushed up past utility though. Young Civic is gonna eat everything. Pretty much everything. His own team stun and a team flash and a flash as well, but the Thrash gets stalled out. And Legend gets an aftershock kill onto Òvercome, who's channeling, and Fray as well with one more.
I know exactly where.
Cypher comes through and will reveal everybody. Ucklar, Retired God, closest, but oh, they've faked some rotates. Brimmy has an operator, but if he can get himself set up on this angle early enough, he should have huge value into this round. VeeKay wants to grab the orb. And there are some interesting trips. They are probably to catch the satchel, but VeeKay spotted one. You can't crouch that, buddy. There it is. Okay, all good. Gonna walk right through it. Side control is theirs. They're gonna grab Mound as well. It's just The operator in CT, do they swing it? They do! Brimmy! Good for the 1. 3v3 now, but KC Legend? He has a nice swing timing. He's going to pick off Ucklar. And Retired God's got to re-clear it with the flash. It's beautiful. But it's a 2v2. Planted for Mound.
No smokes on the side of LG either to potentially, you know, try and have some.
You just have to push. KC Fray's on the cam. And there's a cage 2 to stop them. Just Brimmy now.
Stick.
He's sticking it.
What a position! That Lotus rework actually covers that little part. I think they were on that jump up there, just barely covering the diffuser from that angle. That's wild! I've never seen that before. I also haven't really played Valorant in the last, 2 weeks, so. So, since the rework, it's been a little. I haven't really seen that before. That's such a brave move to just stick that defuse, knowing that that probably isn't seen. And
yeah, I
now
didn't even know that angle was there too, but
yeah, I'm using that against your team, Kryo.
I'm not. We're different tiers. I don't think I'll ever hit expert, so I'm happy. I'm good.
Yeah, but your team's an expert. Anyway, as we go into the next half, LAGM.
I forgot.
As we go into this next half, it looks like LG's gonna make a lot of noise into A, seeing if there's anyone there. But they're actually holding for the push. Ugh.
Okay.
And it does get punished. KC is probably wondering, like, wait, what's going on? They only saw the Cypher too, so that could have been the flank. That could have been the flank watch or the lurk watch.
Oh, Noshiro needed that too, and Retired God taking a little bit of contact. Young Civic though wins the duel. Side control is theirs though. Bombs down, and it looks like Noshiro wants to get aggressive too off this flash. Jam is spotted, but Jam lives and gets 1. But it's Brimmy though who's gonna tie it up. A little more than tied actually, as Ucklar is gonna finish that out. It's a pistol for LG, and every map has to be close, I suppose.
Every map has to be close. I mean, as I said, before we started this map, this has been, KC has a 2-0 on the board at the moment, but man, has LG not made it easy. They have gone round for round, tit for tat, and every single round, and made it super difficult for KC to win this, to try and win this series. So
looks like they want to do a funny.
It does
bit of
look
a funny
like they wanna
happening.
do a 5-stack push out of B, and as LG actually is going to be taking C, there's just gonna be an easy pivot as the doors open.
They pop the door. The nade comes through. Young Civic with 1, Fray with another, but the stun is good. Brimmy with a nice flank onto these main players, and yeah, off the reach stun, it's just free. You interact. You don't shoot the button. Because if you shoot the button, we have to call maintenance to replace the button, and it's just a Friday. Maintenance won't be here till Monday. Yeah, we might need a tech pause for that to fix the Lotus door.
Me personally, I think I would just let it be.
Leave it open, just like make it one of those rotating push doors.
I think it's it's character development.
True. You gotta break a character down to build them back up. So
exactly, make them take the stairs for once.
Exercise, good for you. This take is pretty decent for LG.
Valorant.
That long fight is gonna be huge though if VeeKay chooses to take it. Looks like he'll back up. But LG are gonna stall out a little bit. The cascade to help them push a little farther. The stun slowing it down. Some spam to introduce a threat, but it's VeeKay under pressure now with 2 players here. The lighter weaponry. VeeKay only has a Marshall. Looks like he wants to save for an operator, but Legend there. He's gonna make it sing. VeeKay as well. One of his own. And
does not matter that he has a Marshall.
If you can click the head, it doesn't matter what weapon you have. Oh, the double satchel too. Okay, Ucklar's in his face.
That's a jump scare. That's a jump scare.
Didn't realize we were playing a horror game, but Valorant can easily disguise itself as one. And Wingman gonna plant Young Civic. There for 1.
That little bro plant.
4v3 on the retake. Blind comes through, and it's Òvercome here. The only player on the site with Retired God playing back. That stun is gonna slow it down, but there's nothing there. The stun comes out on the other side, and plenty of smokes in the way as they start to make this retake annoying. Taps bomb, Young Civic. all over it and Òvercome.
That Odin.
Nothing to do. Fray jump peeking with an Odin. What is that?
What a great retake. I mean, having to flush LG out of sight completely, essentially. And with the smoke still alive, you are able to smoke that defuse off and just stick it. And that's exactly what they did. You know, there was nothing Retired could really do, but maybe try and get a pick or two as, you know, with that recovered rifle from KC. But again, there just isn't really much that LG could have done in that round. I mean, they were on their bonus, so there's not much that they could have done, but it looks like LG is actually going to go for some A action.
Yeah,
Or
doesn't
not.
look like they'll see very much though. VeeKay finally with the operator. The C site is his homeland. He will defend it to his very last breath. He may not have to though.
I think you can crouch that trip. Just putting that out there. I think it's just a little bit too high, unfortunately, which would make it very dangerous for anybody who is flanking for the side of KC. But it look like they're actually going to be taking that space.
VeeKay, have fun with this.
Kryo, look at where Retired is.
He missed! Ucklar punishes the aggression from VeeKay, and TheRetiredGod working on the A site's gonna pick up Legend as well. That makes it a 3v5, and this Cypher is gonna reveal everyone. This round already looks done and dusted. Little bro getting his contribution in there for the day. You know, he's got to put his hours down, and Brimmy with that operator now that he's recovered. The Odin gets cut down. Ucklar in a nice off angle, but Young Civic punishes.
Enemy remaining.
Never mind, he's down. Jam in a 1v3 now. Nearly surrounded everywhere. Enemies. Sort of, what? They're blind, and they pick up one anyway. And now, nope, okay, there it is.
Oh, shooting bodies now. Wow. I think taking out some of that aggression on stream here today, you know, maybe a little bit of frustration on the side of LG. As again, 8 and 8, they've been trading round for round all game, all series. And that was a really great round for LG, exploiting some of the weaknesses that KC had in their defenses. That Trip did not cover TheRetiredGod's push. He was able to walk in pretty much to stairs for free that round.
Yeah, KC on a lower buy now. Just a showstopper and a few lighter weapons, but, you know, a weapon's still a weapon. Nothing quite yet. All quiet on every front, but it's just contact from LG. Some spam now revealing a position and revealing nothing behind the box as well. 2 there on B to receive, but they might not be taking much aggression at all.
Yeah, they're just poking and prodding at KC's defenses, and their defenses bite back, I guess.
Yeah, the flash is going to come through and a reckoning as well, making it very annoying for Òvercome, who is stunned and tripped. Ucklar, though, with a trade back and a showstopper. Ucklar managed to grab that somehow and jams down to a 3v3, but guns are recovered. Young Civic gets batted by the door and it ruins the gunfight, but TheRetiredGod will not complain. He's down to 30 HP. And VeeKay just with a Marshall. What can he do here? Dash available. Gonna expire, and he's gonna dash away. The flash is good to give him some breathing room, but there's still threats everywhere, and that's... I'm sorry? Noshiro just getting violated there, honestly. And the follow-up too from Legend is good. It's just down to TheRetiredGod. The 30 HP might be a factor here, and that Aftershock slows it down a little bit. But he's got a swing, and the coverage is so good. The coverage, the swings, a little bit of bait on both sides. Half now. Legend? What? VeeKay's got to get on it, but I don't think he has time.
VeeKay's got no time. He's just gonna try to die to the bomb here.
I flabbergasted, honestly. What was that?
That was insane. I mean, TheRetiredGod clutching that with 30 HP. He was 30 HP since Young Civic opened that door, and Retired fought him, you know. Just being able to clutch that out, you know, even though the bomb was halved, he was still able to clutch that up to 1v2 with dangerously low health. And as we go into this next round, it looks like LG's gonna make good on this take for, you know, that they usually have on A site. Another showstopper whiff from Young Civic.
That's just unfortunate. But VeeKay, not so unfortunate, is gonna grab one just pushing out of C. And he'll get out for free too. You lose Ucklar, you lose your entry, your top frag. The big boss there no longer. He's on break now. The vacation's here, and a wall too. Get him onto the side, it'll walk off the main spot. It looks like they want to end B here. Jam will be that first point of contact, and a blind in hand to make that more difficult, but they might not have to deal with anything at all. Let's just make Kryo lie. They no go B, they no go C, they go A, I think. But 47 seconds left.
They have that Thrash available too to clear out site and try to get the bomb down. They might try and use it here, especially with those with being down one person and Noshiro being 1 HP. Now they're down 2. Young Civic gonna back off as well
left.
after getting that pick.
Oh, Legend might be in a nice spot here to slow that down. And yeah, Brimmy takes the stun to the face, and Legend swings out for more. Okay, Òvercome finally putting an end to that, but he's in a 1v1 now. Gonna pop the door as a fake. Little man not gonna be able to fulfill his duty today. It's a nice shot too for 1, but the stinger still good.
Cover going out.
9-9 is KC.
Yeah. Again, trading those rounds. Kryo, do you think LG needs to call a timeout to try and win these rounds more decisively? I feel like it's coming down to this 1v, like 4 clutches, essentially, sometimes. And when they have the site takes are good. But when it's not, you can see that you know, Casey really does pick that apart very methodically.
I don't think LG is defaulted once.
I don't think so either.
Given that VeeKay a few times has been able to just take advantage of that, of the fact that LG has no map control other than where they're going, and pick up free kills. He's not going to do that this time. Instead, rotating through the spawn. But yeah, a little bit of stall now. That smoke making it difficult. An orb grab.
It looks like LG is looking to get a fast take onto A.
How did
with
Young
that
Civic dodge
push.
that?
Off your feet!
Great satcheling.
Okay, the pistol there.
But he
is even
falls
better
to the
though.
classic.
VeeKay, chill out. All good, all good. Ucklar is brought down so low, and traded Rolling Thunders puts KC at an advantage now, and they're going to start pinching those stairs players. VeeKay Jam shutting it down. Now Ucklar 1v4 stunned up 11 HP.
It's all up to him now, winning this 1v4.
Legend is wrapped around.
Tragic for LG. Look at where they all died on that mini map. They all died fighting stairs instead of sight for the most part. They just got stalled out by that, you know, retake from KC. They were able to rotate over so quickly with that stall utility being thrown into A main, not being able to take that site quickly, and then of course shut down once they were trying to get onto site. Hey, you were talking about defaults, but you know, looking at the positioning, I think we might be seeing that now with basically a 1-3-1 or a 2-2-1 on the side of LG. 3-2. I was close.
All good. Looks like they finally want to start playing for a little bit of space now. That Cascade will buy them some space there. Òvercome punishes the jam peak. And that'll mean B-site should mostly be empty now. It's just Young Civic there to try to make something happen. And as Ucklar pushes past this wall, tucked into a nice, comfy corner. Just cozy back there, and it's not checked either. Young Civic punished for that, and VeeKay's got to back up. Does not want to give his life away in a 3v5 now. Just as they finally clawed a lead forward, and he's going to swing out. The Cove, the swing, Òvercome. The elevation advantage gives him that kill, and Ucklar as well. With one more. It's Fray now. 1v5. Not unwinnable, but... And given the state of their economy, they can afford to at least make this expensive. But Òvercome has something to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, that
clean.
take was so good for LG. I mean, we're seeing these hidden gems among the different rounds, and it looks like VeeKay is going to call a timeout for KC. You know, hey guys... this is getting too close. It's a 10-10. We can't string together more than 2 rounds in a row. And that's been true for this entire game. That's what I would be pointing out, is that LG and KC have been able to have these tit for tat rounds, and just being able to correct their mistakes, but then make mistakes again for the next round after that. There's just not enough consistency. Crowd, do you think we're seeing a little bit of that fatigue in playing a best of 5 already in this 3rd map?
It's certainly possible. I mean, map 1 went to overtime, map 2 nearly did 23 rounds over there, and this one with 20 rounds here, it's like you've been saying, tit for tat, blow for blow. It weighs on you.
Yeah,
you never feel like you get an advantage.
Every map so far has been taking like almost an hour to take. I would be exhausted if I were them at this point. If they had an EST players, it's already like 11:15. I would be so tired. But here, this is really where in finals you have to test that mental fortitude, that ability to reset and just play every round like it's fresh. That's where this best of 5 really comes into play. I listened to MichaelSark's intro. That was insane. We should not be underestimating any single player in this game or this team.
Got the spike.
And as we go into this round, it looks like LG are actually going to be playing it slow, figuring out where that op is for the side of KC in the hands of VeeKay. Rotating to maybe bait out the rotate from the op. The cascade going to come through as well.
VeeKay just disrespecting it is wild to me. He's gonna finally back off.
He isn't able to get any value.
I mean, the flash will hit him too. But they're still not pushing off of that. They're putting utility in. That's both cascades and a flash. None of these abilities refresh. And maybe they're trying to punish a flank. Maybe they're trying to bait some rotations, and it hasn't really worked. Okay, it might be working. Jam's on their way over. Yeah, that might be the go button here. Fray might be the only one towards C. Into 4 players of LG there. Have fun with
Fray
this one.
has to sit on site here and just try to hold this down.
30 seconds
The
left.
smoke's coming through too, but it looks like LG's actually going to do a last minute rotate over to A.
Back into the operator with no smokes to push it off. Wait, the operator's left, and Legend got his 1 though.
Spike down A.
VeeKay shot through a smoke. There's 10 seconds left there, and Ucklar's got to book it to the site. Try to get the bomb down as fast as he can, but they're blinded up. No resistance quite yet. Door's gonna get popped. The backup should be here, and the showstopper as well. To try to scare off anybody, it misses. Jam is no fear, because the showstoppers apparently do nothing this map. Brimmy though, trying to do everything on his own. VeeKay, Jam, don't want to let it happen though. And
Rod, can we have a Rosa counter?
Yeah, we might need that.
Here.
I'm sorry, I had to mute for a second. That showstopper could have had a lot of value there. Getting out that smokes player would have been super valuable for the side of LG, but unfortunately that Rosa really was so unfortunate for the side of LG, and as soon as Ucklar fired that, he had no weapon in his hands, nothing to stop from Jam taking him down, and now it's getting really down to the wire for the side of LG. It is 10 and 11, 2 more rounds for KC, and they win this. What LG really needs to do is to try and win this outright, stall KC from winning any other rounds after this.
They're gonna go right in those. Dodges the stun. Ucklar is around everything. Trips get broken, so Fray, most of the threats nullified now. All they have to worry about is just staying alive on the site, which they are. They're doing magic. How are they alive? Goodbye, Wingman, because Fray is still alive. Ucklar finally murders the smoke criminal, but 45 now. 2 players low. This flash. CIVIC, I don't think he's flashed. I don't think it matters. They're just holding for a push now. Don't think they'll give him one. Jam with just the most aggressive swing ever. Noshiro is not expecting that at all, and the thrash is going to get forced here. Young CIVIC is what is going on here. TheRetiredGod just confused, lost. Young CIVIC manages to find that, and the flash is good. Ucklar turns it. It's not able to turn away from the bullets though. Legend is gonna pick that up, and it's a 4v2. Offer's still here. The stun comes through. Offer down. Òvercome. Brimmy 1v2. Make that a nope. Still a 0v2. That was chaotic, and KC. I'm not sure how they do it. It looks like the door players just throw a wrench into the post plant plans.
What a good clear from the side of KC, just making sure that Mound is fully clear so they could take site freely. They were so patient with that retake, and it paid off for them. You know, Fray was able to take so long before they finally fell. You know, just holding on to that site. That was a really great survival smoke that Jam threw as well. You know, LG able to get the plant down, but unfortunately just not able to hold site. And now the best that they can hope for is that overtime. They have to win these next 2 rounds. This could be the deciding factor. KC could win this entire series.
Forward? I feel that, you know?
Yeah,
I feel that in my soul. But Jam is feeling something else. They're feeling like getting some kills too. The blind comes through. Noshiro fully blinded up. Ooh, runs out of bullets, but is Jam. But Noshiro is gonna find that stun comes through. Walls everywhere. Water. Try not to drown. Cove as well to try to get that plant through, but the aftershock breaks the wingman, I'm sure. And another aftershock on the other side might slow down this waterfall push. 4v3. Bit of a lull in the round, but bomb's gonna come down. Fray with some spam. Wants to find a kill, wants to find some damage. And I think there is some damage too. Another dizzy flash. Sees nothing, and a breach flash will get them out too. TheRetiredGod the first to fall. Legend wants to make this a 3v3. The wingman gets broken as soon as it spots someone, and the Cypher comes through. A showstopper too. I'm not sure where this is going. It finds a kill! 3v2 for the map, 1v3. Brimmy trying to make the most of it, but Legend wins that 1v1.
That's it.
Where's the bomb?
That's it. That's it. KC wins the Apprentice Championship 3-0. KC Cold Brew, Kingdom Coffee's Cold Brew, is the winners of Apprentice for Season 5. Everybody congratulate them. All of 5 members of their team. Legend, Jam, Young, CIVIC, VeeKay, Fray. They are all champions tonight. Valiantly fought on the side of LG, but just nothing to stop the boiling over that is Kingdom Coffee today. Kryo, what a banger of a series.
Ucklar tried his best too. Top
He
frag,
tried his
4
best.
first kills. But in the end, it's KC 3-0, like you said. But that scoreline, if you just look at it on a piece of paper, you say, oh, that's a roll. I got rolled. They didn't. Every round was down to the wire, and every single one of these maps could have one wrong play, one wrong move could have swung it the other way. We could have been here for 2 more hours, but KC win it, and it's deserved.
Yeah, I was so ready to be here for another 3 maps or 2 more maps, but you know, saved me from having to cast 2 and then play a BO5 tomorrow. Speaking of,
I would have been down for that actually.
I know you would have.
you
That's because
tired
I'm
for
playing
the
against your
NFL?
team. No, nothing can stop me here. Ladies and gentlemen, I also have a very special announcement too. Before you all log off for the night and we end the stream, I have to announce the Apprentice MVP. Drum roll, please. The Apprentice MVP is Spence for Omnipotent Sandwiches. Now, this,
He bought that again, didn't he?
I promise he didn't actually buy it. There was a lot of back and forth. There's an honorable mention as well. Ian for Lucky Sevens was also in the running for MVP, but Spence won that out. There were 2 choices for that MVP, as I mentioned, but the main factor for Spence's win for MVP was his ability to create opportunities for OS on the attack side. Spence was first in attack rating and second behind Ian in defense rating, and Spence was not far behind. Spence was first in ACS, KD, KPR, which is kills per round, and ADR, as well as second in first kills per round as a duelist. Spence also led his team as primary IGL and made a difference every game for OS, making him our MVP for Season 5. So everybody, please congratulate KC's Cold Brew for winning the series, for winning the entire tier, and also Spence or actually deserving his win this time. I actually have to agree with this one. So, you know, like I actually do, you know, I think he played really well. I've seen him improve a lot from, it only took him 4 seasons to actually improve and deserve his, VP, but it's okay. We're buds. He can get mad at me later. But everybody, thank you all so much for joining us. Please shout out to Kryo for casting this best of 5. Shout out to MichaelSark for casting the first half of this series. Shout out to NuclearCats for production, and to OtterSleep for observing tonight's match. Please tune in again tomorrow for the last finals of this season. It's going to be the expert finals. Going to be double taps rapid, led by me, Potato Aim, your GM, and also IGL for that team, versus the #1 seeded team in that tier. That's going to be MF, whose AGM is
best
Kryo.
team in the tier,
Actually,
by far.
Bud.
Let's be real.
Okay, bud. Okay. First seeded team, MF's Mafioso. Tomorrow. It's going to be starting at 7 p.m. EST, best of 5, going to be a banger of a match. Incredible aimers on each sides, and definitely a lot of brain on one side.
You're just gonna use this platform for slander?
I am
Where's
just gonna
Michael?
use this for
Where is
slander.
Bring him back. Bring back Michael. He died for this.
Most unbiased bias caster ever for the
He
side
died
of TT.
for this.
And that's why I am not going to be casting for tomorrow, because I'm also playing. So anyway, tune in tomorrow for that, and I will not keep you guys any longer. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your nights.
Congratulations,
Enjoy your
KC.
weekends.
Congratulations, Spence.
Congratulations to
Well deserved.
everyone. Okay, bye.
Get a real good look at all of you and feel no fear. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna try and get the shitty things out of my head, out of my head, out of my start singing. Never put them down, leave them hanging. Make me shed a tear, I'm begging. I'm begging you. The wheels on your mind gonna slow down. The grips on your heart, let them go now. And everything you need gonna show